You almost heard I'm a real nerd. People say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a fly one. Oh yeah, I'm a fly one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a fly one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child.
Howdy, folks. Is Vilemike here, a little bit late, and LDG already gave me a thoroughly verbal beating for it. How you doing, man?
Damn straight. Howdy, people. Like I said, I want my refund back, man. You made me have to endure 12 minutes of salty while you were twiddling your thumbs and depending whatever the hell you were doing.
I only had to deal with 8 minutes of salty before I got Mike's notification.
Look at that class action lawsuit. See that? There's more than one person.
Jeez. All he's talking about is drugs this, drugs that, drugs this. Come on, salty.
Well,
wow, that's a kettle calling.
Let me explain. I was in bed with a beautiful Latina, nice and warm, and I didn't necessarily realize I'd slept through my alarm.
Does Mrs. Vaughn know about that?
Yes, she does.
Oh, so you guys got an open relationship. Gotcha.
Oh, Lord. All right, I got to change my avatar.
Yeah, we ended up going to Guardians of the Galaxy last night after her cousin's birthday. And because she wanted to see it. I had already taken the Vile kids to go see it, but she hadn't seen it, so that's what she wanted to go watch, so we watched it. But the movie the one we ended up watching didn't start until like 9 o'clock, or I think it was after 9. And we ended up not getting home entirely until almost 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So
that sounds like my plan next weekend.
And of course, the first thing I did when I woke up is I had to make coffee. And I am actually having a very, very, very good cup of coffee. This stuff is basically crack. It is Jim Beam bourbon infused coffee with I didn't have any Jim Beam to pour into it, but I did put some Kahlua into it. So I am thoroughly caffeinated, or I'm not thoroughly caffeinated, but I'm going to be thoroughly caffeinated by the time this cup is done. And I've got my alcohol and my cigar, so I am set for the CNA stream, even if I'm late.
Awesome sauce. I sent you that message. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't get a notification. I haven't checked YouTube. It was like, he's not going live. Any show today?
No, I just late because I didn't have time. You know, as I said, I was so happy cuddling with Mrs. Vile that I completely slept through my alarm. So. And where did you send me the message?
Twitter.
On Twitter?
Yeah. I couldn't find your number in my contacts. I'm like, fuck it, Twitter.
Let's see. I'm trying. Oh. Okay. Because I'm weird, yes. I now see it. And you actually said it 34 minutes ago, so you like said it right when I woke up. I have two, I've got two cell phones. Only one of them has Twitter installed.
Wow.
So the cell phone that I had the alarm set on is not the cell phone that has Twitter. So I didn't even see the notification.
Gotcha.
So, and looks like LDG is that you or is that LDG? Yeah, it's LDG streaming.
That's me.
What?
And pin.
Oh, he's still streaming on his channel.
Oh, I forgot to do that.
All right,
Sorry,
I pinned your link. Don't worry. I'm gonna. A matter of fact, and then I gotta open up poll. Where's the poll button? Poll right here.
Or are you going to copy the poll?
No.
Or are you going to make your own poll?
Are you coming? I am heading.
Fill it with an O, not a U.
Vials.
All right, so I set up a poll on my actual YouTube the YouTube account that says yes, I'm 15 minutes late. First option is it's okay, we understand. The second option is how dare you, and the third one is what does this option mean? And so far we have 2 votes, both of them for how dare you.
One of them was mine.
Yeah, I'll give you one guess. Oh wait, is my chats coming through? Oh, my chats are coming through. Can you see those?
Yes, because I see them as a linked for your account. It has a little link icon.
Link icon, I see that. Yeah.
And
it doesn't
YouTube.
show up there though. Okay.
No, it doesn't show up when I show it on the screen, but
all right,
it shows up in the StreamYard's chat.
Yeah, that's killer. Well, I already got 1 vote for no. Was that you? Did you vote no on that?
I did.
You idiot. Elihu, you're the You poison the well. You love poisoning the well. I swear. Like you see a well and you just can't resist just pouring some oil down it.
No,
like,
I went to Belladonna's down there, man.
But you said no, but you're here. I mean, if you said no and didn't come over, then that's fine. But you're here.
I mean, physically.
So why did you click no?
Because I'm here physically, not mentally.
You know, I'm gonna know my foot up your ass. That's what I'm gonna do. Sorry. Oh, anyway, my brain.
She meant I voted no on OVGD. You and I's right next to each other. Second comment.
Let's see. I'm going to see what poll you actually put up.
It's just saying that I'm heading over to Vilemike's, and whoever says yes, then I get credit for sending some people over. That's all.
Oh, okay.
It helps validate whether or not doing this is actually doing anything. Simo streaming like this.
Good evening, Mike and everybody. I'm about to enter the dreaded kitchen.
Oh, boy.
Excuse me. But it is kind of cool, though, because you have to actually set it. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers that don't even enable that setting in StreamYard.
Yvette, be glad you be glad you're not in America, because that comment, anybody in Florida would have said, well, that's where you belong.
Well, it's been an interesting week, hasn't it, Elihu?
Oh, man.
Yeah. For those that don't know, because it's Gay Pride Month, it's pissing off a lot of people on Twitter. And me and Elihu have been having a little bit of fun with certain people.
What they need to do, right? And this is something
by a couple people after that. I'm like, fuck it. Who cares?
Something I would consider is just go ahead and, you know, a marker takes out a marker, right? You can put a fire out with a fire, right? So all you do is just make it a National Pride Everything Month.
Fire without.
Well, they have those.
If they want to be no, that's what I'm saying though. I would make this month that month and override it. This isn't just gay pride. This is full pride. Every pride you possibly could pride. And that way, during this month, you would have an influx of everybody's individual pride, whatever that happens to be, and not just one flavor.
It's called 4th of July, dude.
No, that's not called 4th of July. What does the 4th of July have to do with it?
Well, hold on. Could we have? Does it have to be during the same month as Gay Pride Month, or could we just have?
If they want to be inclusive, the whole point is the whole point of the Pride Month is inclusiveness.
No, the whole point of Pride Month is because literally just last century, people were still being killed in the United States, and people actually still are being killed now, just for being gay or trans.
Yeah, and alive, or
But
color, or thoughtful, or
But that's the whole
personality,
point, is it's trying to say that they're not going to be afraid of
reputation.
people who want to have them killed just for being who they are.
Don't you remember anything in school about hearing about the Stonewall riots? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just about gay now. It's they're opening it up, right? They keep adding stuff. They want to include everybody of all different prides. So
All right. So
might as well take it to the next
but
level
hold
and
on.
just include everything.
Here's one of the questions I asked about this whole thing, and LDG, you can go ahead and answer it for us. Do you
Go
drink
ahead,
beer, by the
read
way?
it. Do I drink beer?
Yes.
Oh, is this Mr. Londell? I can't see the screen right now. I used to.
Okay.
Where do you eat?
One of the tweets I did was I want to know if you think woke beer brewers need to be boycotted, because a lot of people are currently boycotting Budweiser. What beer are you drinking, as Anheuser-Busch, Miller's, Coors, Stone, Pabst, Sierra Nevada, Sam Adams, Heineken, and Modelo beer companies have all gone woke?
Should they be boycotted? No. Which one do I drink? Whoever owns Four Loko. But that's not really a beer. It's a malt.
Do you have a West Virginia?
But yeah, I mean, when I used to drink beer, I used to drink Bud.
I mean,
Yeah, sure.
I'm not a big beer drinker. My usual beer of choice during a football game is a Corona.
I had a Corona or two. I don't know
And
why I considered it piss water, but
I still like the questions like, what are you going to eat? Kroger's, Publix, those grocery chains, like Albertsons, support LGBT, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars.
well, Chick-fil-A definitely has not gone woke. I would say that much. All they did was hire a diversity director, and people got pissed off.
Yeah, I'm including Chick-fil-A because it's part of this quote-unquote list people are talking about. So I'm like, yeah, where are you going to eat? Bar S hot dogs. Come on. They support it. Bird's Eye. You know that TV dinner company? They support. Where are you going to eat? How are you going to eat? Are you going on a hunger strike? Are you going to stop flying because United Air, Frontier, Southwest as well as Hawaiian and American? Are you going to stop taking public transportation? Are you going to stop taking Greyhound or Amtrak? How are you going to travel in this country? Oh, how are you going to get online to your True Social, Microsoft, Chrome? All these companies are quote-unquote woke, so you're not going to use the platform, go to your True Social? How are you going to get online?
I don't know if this is what you wanted, Dandelion, but that's the link to the tweet I made. But yeah, let's see.
Boycott Target and not Walmart? What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, Walmart, I can tell you right now, is doing the same exact thing as Target, because I've literally had to walk past those displays every single day at several stores. And one of my stores has almost completely sold out of their Gay Pride Month stuff, despite the fact that Gay Pride only started 2 days ago. Well, at the time, Friday was only 2 days into it. So, but yeah, it's like, I know most of the people who are angry about this stuff. Oh, link to hop on. I should be pinned in the thing. Hold on.
I'm not sure if you are pinned.
You might have to dismiss the poll. You see the little 3 buttons on the poll, 3 dots? Click that. You should be able to dismiss the poll, and it should be in there.
Yeah, you have to dismiss the poll. That's correct.
She says poll is in the way.
YouTube still hasn't fixed it yet. I suggested it to him, but he didn't listen to me.
I think because it's my stream, I can see both at the same time, the pinned and the poll.
Yeah. That's what I suggested. Just put them down next to each other. Don't put them on top of each other.
Oh, she found it. I was going to put in the link. Oh, well. You found it. Never mind.
All
plus YouTube now.
We'll wait for you, Dandelion.
Hey, today is Angelina Jolie's 48th birthday.
Dang, she's nearly 50 and she looks better than I do.
She's my age.
No.
We're both born in 75.
You know, I could have sworn I had. No.
I'm sorry. I got to show you this little quote unquote headline here on Twitter. Sorry, this is funny.
How you doing, Dandelion?
Pretty good. I share a birthday with Angelina Jolie, so that's fun.
Happy birthday.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh God, who do I? Hold on, 'cause I know I shared my birthday with somebody that I was like, oh, that's really cool. I can't even remember who it is.
Well, they can't have been that cool.
I share a birthday
Oh,
with Barbara
Stan Lee.
Eden.
That's who I was.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Hey, Barbara Eden and I share the same birthday.
Oh,
Also, I share a birthday with. Let's see. According. Hold on, that can't be right.
River Phoenix for the birthday as well, but he's dead.
Hold on. Because this list has a bunch of people that I don't recognize as being on there.
mm.
So before I start saying people's names, I want to make sure I got it right.
So are we boycotting stuff again today?
I ain't boycotting shit.
Sounds
'cause I
like
don't
it.
feel-
No.
Other than my personal
me.
boycotts.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I never drank half of that stuff. I've never been to a Chick-fil-A, so nothing to do with their policies. I don't like the beer. I'm like a beer snob, so I drink like snooty microbrew beers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we have Chick-fil-A in Canada. But I don't eat at chain restaurants, so that would have been out anyway.
No, I do boycott personally Chick-fil-A only because when they first opened one in my area,
Yeah.
me and a bunch of friends went there because we wanted to try it out. We didn't even know how they, what their positions on stuff were. And two of my friends at the time happened to be lesbians, so they were holding hands.
Right.
And they proceeded to, after we ordered our food, sat at a table, and we're waiting, they proceeded to ask us to leave and refusing to serve us other than give us a refund.
Jeez.
Because they saw that two of us on our party were holding hands and they were both girls.
Wow. That's pretty weird.
And that's when I looked them up and I was like, holy crap, they really don't like gay people. So I just stopped going there entirely.
I mean, that would probably weigh slightly on me choosing to go there or some other place because I did know about that. But I don't know. I figure if you like a thing, eat the thing, whatever. Because there's so many, if I was going to try and like boycott everything that was harmful, there'd be nothing you could do, right? You wouldn't be able to drive a car because you can't use gas it's too much. So I just, try to be supportive of people to the degree that is possible in this world.
One of the things, I have also a personal boycott against Exxon and Mobil. Unless I really it's an emergency situation, I don't fill up my gas tank there.
Right.
But that's because when I'm sure you've heard of the Exxon Valdez oil spill, right?
Yes, I did.
96, 7.
The law firm that my mom worked at, as well as the one I ended up working at later in life, was representing some of the fishermen in the area in a class action lawsuit against Exxon.
Mm-hmm.
And because of their underhanded tactics of just refusing to basically pay out the court-ordered settlements, a lot of the people who they were that were trying to be represented ended up dying of literally old age.
Right.
And that's basically what they were doing. They were trying to postpone paying these people off until all of them died. And it just got you know, just their tactics during the whole thing pissed me off. So that's why I don't buy there unless I really have to.
Right. There's a lot of famous people I've never heard of born today. Look at that.
Sorry, I thought that Babylon Bee headline was funny.
Geez, Russell Brand. Oh, God.
All right, so for my birthday, I'm trying to scroll to the top of the list.
No, some of these people are like TikTok stars. It's like, okay.
Yeah, don't care about those.
I just know Rick Springfield, Barbara Eden. That's basically who I mess with.
So I'm just listing off the names that I actually recognize. Stan Lee.
Dr. Ruth was born today. Huh, that's cool.
Oh, I actually share the same birthday with Nichelle Nichols.
Cool.
So two people I deeply respect who've also passed on. Let's see. Don't know those people. Oh, there's got to be another name I recognize. Oh, Denzel Washington. Steve Ross.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot.
Who else? Oh, Seth Meyers, the talk show host and comedian.
Cool. I enjoy his show quite a bit.
Joe Mangalino, or however you pronounce his last name.
Mandolin?
No, Joe Magdaleno.
From Jackass.
Was he on Jackass?
That name sounds familiar, like a Jackass name.
I just know that certain people have liked him, and I know he plays D&D. Let's see, John Legend.
Pick your Pickles. You're defying. Okay, so you're defying gravity there, but you stopped defying gravity.
Sorry, I was on a different screen. What?
Pickles was sideways.
Oh.
He reoriented himself. He was defying gravity, but then he wasn't. Now he's acting like gravity is normal. Hello.
Okay, this is weird because LDG is all clean shaven and baby faced right now, and NB looks like a Wookiee.
Hey, we have no glare. I'm just so happy.
Nah, guys. If you're gonna do it right. I'm doing Cousin It, damn it.
Oh, that's what I was going to say, but I thought that might be before the times of most of the people here.
I remember Cousin It. Yes, I remember on the original TV show that Fester was not Gomez's brother.
Just to go back a little bit, NB. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
I went to go get a beer. Or comb his hair.
Yeah, I'm also not looking
sorry,
at
I
people
just
who
had to
died on
respond to Dandelion here.
I'm looking at people who've died on my birthday too, and I'm like, these people.
The original.
You know what? Sometimes people here are young and they haven't heard of all these things.
Oh, trust me, there's shit from the 80s I don't even. There's some things people bring up from the 80s. I'm like, nah, dude, that wasn't in my wheelhouse.
Well, for me, it gets bad in the 90s because that's when I stopped watching television. I didn't stop watching television, but if it wasn't like Star Trek, I didn't watch it, basically.
Hey, the 90s I thought the 90s had great TV shows and shitty music.
Yeah, 90s was the pinnacle of television. It was the 60s, then the 80s, and the 90s.
What show in the 90s was the pinnacle of television? Just curious what your thoughts are.
Buffy, Angel.
Okay, yeah, no, those were good shows.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Didn't watch Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, these were millennial
Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager.
I watched the Star Trek
Babylon
stuff.
5.
I think Buffy and that I didn't start watching until later. I didn't watch it at airing time. I watched it in repeats.
Oh, Xena. Forgot about Xena.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
Xena
you
was
gotta
a,
remember,
Xena
guys,
was a freaking
Xena
cultural
got-
revolution. So yeah,
Xena got actually, I think, more episodes by the time it ended its run, and I think it even ran a season longer than Hercules.
Yeah, it was much more popular. It was a better show.
It was more serious in a way. I mean, it was okay. Let's be honest. A lot of some of the shows we saw in the 90s, like Hercules, Sinbad, there was a couple others. They were very campy.
Yes.
And Hercules really was campy. I mean, let's just be honest. It was campy as fuck.
Well, there's only so much you can do with Kevin Sorbo. I mean, really.
Chucks.
Yeah,
and
actually,
he's not
great.
He
Well,
was
as
good.
someone who actually watches religious movies,
Oh.
I just recently saw him in a recent Christian movie and absolutely love him doing those kind of roles.
I don't, because he, especially when he tries to play an atheist, like in the God's Not Dead movie.
I love the God's Not Dead trilogy.
I to me, they're one of those movies that are just one of those so bad I can actually watch it because I'll go into it later. His portrayal of an atheist is the quintessential trope of a Hollywood atheist, not what a real atheist is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's how movies are made. We take a trope, we go with it. So yeah, it's a typical Hollywood trope. Don't get me wrong, I get that.
I like trope subversions, not trope to the letter.
Well, you got to remember, look at these movies for what they are. They are designed for an audience for people like me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
No, they are for people like me. Okay, Mike, you're an atheist, right?
Okay, hold on. I'm going over the episodes real quick. Both Hercules and Xena both had 6 seasons,
but I think Xena got more episodes.
And I'm trying to count the episodes.
They don't have a total count on Wikipedia for you?
They do, but I'm trying to do the math in my head while talking. It's kind of hard. 30, 52, 74, 8, 98, 101. Okay, 111 episodes for Hercules.
Are you counting the movies?
No,
you don't count the movies. You count those as TV movies.
Okay.
Yeah, those would be different.
Right,
So
I'm going to pour a cup of tea. I'm not
Xena,
just so you know.
Hey, just remember, in one of those TV movies, Lucy Lawless was playing a different character.
I don't remember, to be honest. I'll take your word for it.
It's been a while, dude. I don't remember that.
Okay, for Xena, we have, not including her appearances as Xena on Hercules, we have 24, 26.
All right, I'm muting. I've got to take a call from my sister for
That's
birthday
okay.
purposes.
Go do what you got to do.
Yeah.
46, 48, 68, 70, 90, 112, 114, 134. So yeah, they got 134 episodes.
Yeah, so even if we added the TV movies individually, it's just single episodes.
Yeah, if you add the TV movies,
Xena came out more ahead. I remember when my daughter.
Well, hold on. If you add the TV movies, then Hercules has a total of 5 movies, and Xena has a total of 2 movies.
Are we counting the animated Hercules
Yes.
Xena movie? Okay.
Yes.
I'm just making sure we're going with that because I think that is allowed in the Hercules Xena canon. I mean, it had Kevin Sorbo and Lucy Lawless's voice.
I don't care. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, so did the
but
animation show had original voice.
No, I agree. I'm agreeing with you.
What I'm saying is, for me, that's like when the argument comes up, is Star Trek the Animated Series part of canon? I'm like, it had everybody but Walter Koenig.
It's not canon.
I still say it's canon.
Yeah, it works in my head canon, so I don't care. But let's face it, the Hercules and Xena universe is not terribly strict on its own canon many times.
No, it's not.
So I'm not
No,
gonna.
but like I said, you look at it, it was very, they had campy things. Let's take, okay, we took, with certain genres, we take continuity very seriously. But if you take a show like Married with Children, they fucked up their continuity so many times, and we just
Yeah.
never cared because we were like, okay, we know the show is what it is.
It was an episodic
Simpsons,
television
Family
show.
Guy. A lot of shows do that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
It was an episodic. We didn't care back then because it was episodic. It didn't continue with a single plot line. No.
Now, I do love when they actually did have the episode where it was like all of a sudden they adopted that kid 7, all of a sudden he disappears, and then in some episode later on, there's 7 on a milk carton.
yeah,
I remember that all too well. That was so funny. That had what was his dad? His dad was Bobcat Goldthwait, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh shit! That just reminded me. Damn it! Bobcat's
This way, boy, Jimmy
doing
Buffett.
doing a show tonight. Damn it! Sorry, I just remembered the comedy show tonight.
So my son wants to go see this new Spider-Man animated movie.
Loved it.
I might be taking the Vile kids to go see it on next Friday.
Loved it.
Well, I'm waiting on my son to tell me what day he wants to go. Now, I'm not going to watch the movie, and I only have one reason why I did not watch the first movie and why I won't watch this one, and it's very simple. I don't like that particular style of animation. That is it.
Okay, let me tell you this. There's different styles of animation in the new movie.
Well,
I never saw the first one. I have not seen the first one. And I'm not interested in seeing this one, but my son is, so I'll take him to go see it, and then I'll just pedal around Terre Haute for 2.5 hours.
I'll tell you this without spoilers. It connects everything.
well, so did the original.
No. This connects everything.
Well, I'm saying, so the stories that the comic book series that this is based on did the same thing, but I'm guessing that this new movie is adding stuff that happened since then.
Yeah, probably. I would think so. Well, I mean, Miles Morales was an original idea. I mean, yes, it had. And the only thing that pisses me off is when people say, oh, we've got a person of color playing Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, did you forget about Miguel from Spider-Man 2099 back in the 90s? I'm sorry, I do remember the 2099. I was actually stoked by
NB. I've argued with people about this already. They said that Miguel O'Hara was not a person of color because his last name is O'Hara, and that's clearly Irish.
Yeah, I thought he was a mix of Hispanic and Irish. The whole point The whole point of his costume is he was going to a Day of the Dead.
I know, but people are like
idiots.
They want, because they like the character, they're making excuses for it. So that's why they're like, well, this one's not woke. That's why I like it.
Okay, well, I don't really know what's going on currently with the Miles Morales character because I don't keep up with comic books. But when I sit there and I see things like that are factually geek inaccurate, and not even just geek, factually.
Well,
because Miguel O'Hara was the first. And here was the thing. Nobody paid any attention to that shit back then. It's like, we're doing a comic. It's called 2099. It's called Spider-Man 2099. It's going to be a new guy playing Spider-Man. We're going to name him Miguel O'Hara. We figure out later he's half Hispanic, half Irish. And nobody gave a fuck.
Well, not to mention, there was also Araña, if you remember that comic book series.
You'll have to remind me.
She was a Mexican woman who got spider powers and was taken in by the totem aspects, similar to how Ezekiel, when he was brought in, and his company was trying to protect her.
This is a character I'm not familiar with.
the thing is, there's so many characters with spider powers now, especially because they keep bringing back the dead ones. Because we got all the spider clones. You got Ben Riley. You got Spider Side. You got Kane. So you got the Scarlet Spider.
Oh man, the Ben Riley.
Ben Riley.
Oh, the Spider Clone saga. Woo boy.
Dude, I love Spider-Punk in the movie. Perfect adaptation of the comic, exactly per T.
Which one was that, Eli?
Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk. Perfect from comic book adaptation to live action to the screen. 100% accurate. I love this character. I'm like, yes, finally.
I
got to kick out of
used
Nicolas Cage playing Spider-Man Noir. Sorry about interrupting you, NB, but Spider-Man Noir
No, it's okay.
Nick Cage was beautiful.
When I was playing Spider-Man the video game on PS4, the one costume when I saw the skins, the one I wanted the most was the Spider-Man 2099. Because I always liked Miguel's outfit. I just always thought it looked so fucking different from all the other Spider-Men.
At least you're not bleeding from the armpits.
What's that?
Never mind. Sorry. You'll get it.
Did you say webbing in the armpits?
I said bleeding from the armpits.
Oh.
That was like a really weird non sequitur, Elihu.
I just forgot you haven't seen the movie.
No, we haven't seen the movie.
And he didn't go to the movies to see it either.
Actually, I did. I paid an extra $1 to see closed caption.
Sure he did.
I did.
I've never heard you admit to going to a movie theater in your life. In the time I've known you. I'm just giving you shit, buddy.
Occasionally, I will go to the movies. I'm like, do I really want to see it in the huge IMAX for $17? Or do I want to see the regular screen from closed captions so I can actually hear over the audience for an extra $1? I'm like, I'll pay the extra bucks for closed captioning. And
the one movie I want to see this year in theater, and I would actually pay the extra time and money to go see it in IMAX, is the second part of Dune.
Oh, I want to see Flash in IMAX.
You just want to see Michael Keaton again.
I want to go see Flash, but I think Ezra Miller's a prick, so I just want to go see it for Michael Keaton.
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying. That's what everybody's been saying. The only thing that Ezra Miller isn't selling this movie, it's the only reason anybody's going to go is Michael Keaton. We want to see OG Batman. Sorry. We don't have Kevin Conroy. We don't have, oh shit. Now I'm going to lose some nerd points for this.
Do not say Clooney.
Wait,
no, I'm not going to say
Mark
Clooney. I'm talking about our Bright
I know
Knight.
who you are because I've seen you around. But who's the redhead you're talking about?
You mean Adam West, dude? Give me a nerd card.
No, Adam West. I was just drawing a blank, guys. Sorry, I didn't get a very good night's sleep. My what I had for dinner last night did not sit well, so. Yeah, okay. Adam West, I forgot. I'll take a geek hit on that one. I had a brain fart. Give me a break. At least I know who the hell the guy is. Hell, I've got the fucking car here with him and Burt Ward in it right now. No, I'm serious.
Oh, have you guys been looking at that? Have you guys been looking at that Hollywood auction that's been online lately?
Hello? Oh, hang on. I've got you unmuted. Just a second. No, not you. Okay, there. Hey, guys. I just thought I would quickly mention to Mar that I'm just on the phone with my sister. I will be back shortly. But hello, Mar. Good to see you.
Have you guys seen the celebrity auction that's been going on online?
No, I don't know anything about it.
It's a Hollywood auction. They've been doing merchandise and products and clothing from different shows and movies.
No, I've been too caught up on TikTok watching the Great Chicken War going on.
Oh,
more coffee time.
I think the sweater that what's his name was wearing and Jack Tripper sweaters sold for like about $500,000.
I'm sorry. I also haven't been catching up on TikTok. I haven't watched any TikTok in probably a month and a half. Not because I'm boycotting or anything, just because I'm lazy.
Just go to TikTok and check out the chicken wars that's been going on this past week. It's really been a trip. It's been so much fun. It's been just hilarious. I almost wish I had chicken so I could do a video for it.
What are you talking about?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me make sure I don't have anything inappropriate up.
Your camera's on. Too late.
All right.
And the browser's website just popped up on my screen.
You do that, I'm a load of bowl.
It's like, oh, no, since you're connected, I'm going through your internet history, NB. And I just want to know, why do you have a profile on xnxx.com?
Wait,
Hey, at least-
wait. Does he have Alexa? Alexa, post my internet history to Twitter.
I don't have Alexa.
Neither
Siri.
do I.
Siri.
Hey, Google.
Oh, I don't keep my phone in here for you guys to pull that
Oh.
shit.
Damn it.
LDG, since you're back, and I got to talk to you. Have you heard about the AI drone program that they were trying to train?
What happened?
Okay, they were training this drone to go out and shoot down certain enemy targets, right?
Yep.
But because it's an AI, they decided to have a controller. But because they trained it to kill, and then they wanted to see if it would follow orders, they would have the controller start telling it not to kill certain targets once the target was verified as not being an enemy, after being identified as an enemy.
Okay.
So the AI started killing its controllers and then killing the AIs or the enemies because it was trained to kill. So they started programming it directly to not kill anyone that the controllers identify as a non-enemy anymore. So the drone started taking out Wi-Fi towers and other communications equipment in order.
What movie is this?
Target,
This didn't really happen.
Oh.
This just didn't really happen. I doubt that. I highly doubt that.
Oh, it's all simulated. It's not real.
I'm gonna. What do you mean it's all simulated?
War games, dude.
Yeah, they're not. It's not really killing real things. But I'm saying within the simulation, it was taking out communications equipment, so it wouldn't be told
Okay,
not to kill the target.
It ran a
I need
war
to
game
understand the English that
scenario.
you're speaking. Are you talking about the entire thing was simulated, or you're just talking about the obvious? They weren't really killing people. It was just a real life simulation.
It was a war game simulation.
It's a war game simulation, a computer simulation, training the AI to be as a drone pilot.
Okay, so everything was virtual. Nothing was actually. There wasn't a real physical
Yes.
drone with AI. And this was
Jesus
all
Christ,
simulation.
LDG,
Okay, that
how
explains
hard
it.
is this for you to process?
Bro, this is way above your head.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
There's two different things.
Chicken Wars. So this is the Chicken Wars of 2023. Let me actually make sure let me redo that because I don't know if I actually. Oh, I did have audio shared. I just want to make sure. But anyway, it started with this guy, and it's just kind of blown up all this week. There's been different montages, and it's just been fun. It's just people who live on farms and stuff have their chickens. And he started out doing a little trash talking with his chickens, and everybody else has now come into it. So I got to back up. I got the audio going. We're good.
Okay, anywho, yeah, so there's a huge difference whether or not it's an actual AI or a simulation of an AI. I could imagine that happening in a simulation, but I need to know. I need to know an article. You got to give me a source.
Generally, you alpha test before you beta test, genius.
Lord.
This is why technicians and programmers don't get along.
There we go.
This is why engineers and designers don't get along.
Well, no shit. It's the same reason why programmers and IT techs don't get along. You think an engineer gets along with a mechanic? Give me a break. Mechanics hate engineers, and engineers think mechanics are stupid. Same with programmers and IT. We think they're a pain in our ass, and they just think we're stupid.
Hey, Poho.
Even though we're the ones fixing their programs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you're talking to somebody who was an alpha tester for Sony on certain video games. And some of the ways that they would actually fix problems, quote unquote, was insanely funny because they would never fix the problem. They would fix the problem causing the problem.
Oh, I know those jokes.
So what I mean is
they're completely real.
Like, for instance, I'm not going to say what game I was playing, but it was a 3D world. When the character would do would roll forward at one particular spot in one of the levels, they'd get stuck between two treasure chests. And when they got stuck, it would cause the camera to freak out. So what do you think their solution was?
Shit like that happen.
What do you think their solution was? Was it fixing the camera issue?
No, they probably took the chests away.
They spaced the chests further apart so you couldn't get stuck.
Well, yeah, that would make sense.
But they didn't fix the camera issue, so the camera issue would happen anytime the character got stuck anywhere else in any level. So instead of fixing the camera issue, they just made sure that you couldn't get stuck.
Oh my god.
Hey, it worked
That
for
works,
them.
though, unfortunately.
Hey, man, when we're fixing shit, it's like it was always like, hey, it works. I loaded it. And it's like it's loaded. Does it work? I don't fucking know if it works. That's for you to figure out.
Remember what Red Green said? The women don't find you handy, at least they find you handsome. Was it handsome or handy? Oh well, too early. Sorry, I misquoted Red Green. Never mind.
This is why I charge like I
Bo.
do for clients. Because you got to actually fix the problem, not just band-aid the solution.
Jesus Christ, man! I think your clients should charge you for just putting up with you.
You'd be surprised.
Envy, did you vote on my poll on Twitter?
No, I didn't actually see it come up.
Oh.
At least I don't think so.
Yeah, other than to post the stream, I didn't do anything on Twitter today.
I posted a poll a couple of days ago, and I decided to pull an Elon Musk and say, fuck it, I don't care what you guys are voting. I'm doing the opposite.
Trying to see what your poll was.
Should I go on a helicopter ride?
Yeah, when did you put your poll? When did you put the poll in?
A couple days ago. It was, should I go on a helicopter ride over the strip at night or go see David Copperfield? And
David Copperfield.
The majority of the vote was saying helicopter. I'm like, no, fuck this. I'm going to go see David Copperfield. It's Vegas. I got front row seats.
Okay, you can take a helicopter ride anytime you want. How often are you going to see David Copperfield?
I know, front row for David Copperfield. Hello.
Okay, you already answered your own damn question. Hell, I just answered it for you.
Yeah, you don't need validation to do whatever the fuck you want to do in the beginning.
It's a hard choice. I'm like,
It's not a hard choice. It's a very simple choice. One is a helicopter ride over. What are you going to go over? The Grand Canyon, or are you going to go over the Hoover Dam?
the strip.
You're going to take a helicopter ride to go over the strip, or go see David Copperfield do some amazing shit.
Yeah, that's why I said fuck it. I'm pulling.
Dude, seriously, it's not even much of a weight of which one is better priority. You're going to have a better experience seeing David Copperfield than you are on the flight.
Yeah, that's why I chose to get the ticket.
How was it?
No, I'm going next Sunday night.
Nice.
Yeah, next weekend is when I'm going.
I got to see Jeff Dunham, the comedian with the puppets, with my wife back in Tampa, Florida. And by the time we left about 10 minutes before the show ended. My head was, I had to leave because I was laughing so hard the back of my head was hurting.
Papa.
Oh, when he brings out Peanut, you know it's all over.
You know, Jeff Dunham is not the best ventriloquist out there. I mean, Terry Fader blows him out of the water with skill. But as a comedian, he's actually pretty funny.
Oh, he even admits he's not the best. He even admits he's not the best ventriloquist. There are people that could probably run circles around it, but as a comedian,
oh yeah,
you got to give him credit. He pulls it off.
Yeah, especially when he's at the TSA. Especially when he's going to the TSA, he throws his voice.
Go ahead,
Sorry. Yeah, especially when he's at TSA, he always has these little jokes about throwing his voice, like especially with Ahmed. Like, what you doing in there? Like, he gets funny looks from the TSA. He's like, that wasn't me. I didn't say anything.
I remember when Ahmed first showed up. He goes,
"He's one of the few comedians I appreciate the fact that he kind of unites the left and the right because he makes fun of both sides equally."
So did Robin Williams.
Oh, you mean like old school comedians?
Yeah, Robin.
Well,
let's look at George Carlin.
I disagree with you on that one, Elihu. If you watch a lot of, like, especially his Broadway, Robin Williams was not in the middle with his humor.
You many times making fun of
neither was George Carlin, but George Carlin flat out said all politicians suck. He goes, yes. You notice I don't talk about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Well, why do they suck? And then he points out who, it's our fault. We vote for these fucking people. And he ends it with, so I'm sure you'll have one of those swell elections and everything, right? So when you're done with that, just you go do your voting. I'll be doing something else. But when I'm done jerking off, at least I'll have something to show for it. I mean, that was just George Carlin, the way he was. He's like, I think all politics, I think it's one of the reasons I love Dave Chappelle. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of Richard Pryor.
No, I'm sorry. I think Richard Pryor would slap the shit out of him.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle can out and light a match and make fun of himself, okay?
I just said he kind of reminds me of having a Richard Pryor kind of thing. I'm not saying Richard Pryor. Now, okay. I think we can all agree Richard Pryor would probably run him under the table.
Yeah.
Well, that was
I mean, there would be shit Richard Pryor would say that even Dave Chappelle would be like,
I ain't going there, man.
I don't know if we can say that. Yeah, I ain't going there. It's like, I ain't going there. Remember, this is the guy who had one of the greatest SNL skits with Chevy Chase that could never be done now.
People say that kind of stuff, and I honestly don't. I see a lot of the stuff that was happened before that could happen today.
What's that?
Well, when people are like, oh, this could never be made today. And I'd be like, no, this could easily be made today, especially if you know the situation of how it was made in the first place. Blazing Saddles is one of those. Is one of the ones that is brought up a lot. It's like, oh, this movie could never get made today. And I was like, do you know how hard it was to get it made when it was made?
That's because people didn't understand it. I was watching an interview with Mel Blancs, and he was talking with the actress who was playing the one German lady. And he mentioned to her, I want to see your games. She goes, oh, it's that kind of movie. And basically tells him to fuck off. And these are his words. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no. she's one of these kind of women, so I got to see her gams. It's like, no, it's actually for the movie. I'm not trying to get in your pants.
And people don't realize that Gene had a talk with Mel. It's like, hey, I want to write the white jokes. It's like, okay, you write the black jokes, you write the white jokes. What do you got? They told each other's jokes off. Come on. This is funny as shit. Gene,
Yeah,
why
but
was
the
making
whole
fun of the
point
white
of the
people?
movie
Honky,
was
come on.
yeah, but the whole point of the movie was satire. It was the
Mhm.
whole point of it was to make fun. I watched a reaction video of two. I think one was a millennial, and the other was Gen Z. They were both black. The millennial is laughing his ass off. The Gen Z guy is like, you can tell he wants to laugh, but he doesn't know if he's allowed to. And I'm just like, dude, just fucking laugh. You know you want to. You're holding this shit in. I think this guy went and rewatched the movie and was laughing his ass off because he didn't want to do it on camera.
Oh, come on.
Okay, NB.
Mungo.
Now,
Mungo.
remember, technically, I'm a millennial / Gen Xer. I'm right in that cusp of the early 1980s.
Yeah.
Okay. The eldest Vile child is a Gen Z. I sat her down to watch Blazing Saddles when we saw it was free on one of the streaming websites, and she was like, she was kind of like how you like didn't get the humor at all, but once it started getting into its paces and she realized what they were making fun of, she was laughing her freaking head off and was actually enjoying the film. But like the first
I think it took
10-15 minutes of that movie she hated because it was stupid in her mind.
Well, I think that's probably cultural changes. I mean, I'm the tail end of Gen X. I was born in 79, and but all three of my kids are Gen Z. My grandson is the Gen Alpha now. God, are they really going to call the next generation betas?
Well,
I'm really wondering if it's
might be like what they did with Gen Y, how Gen Y ended up becoming millennial instead of Gen Y.
Gen Y?
Yeah, so they might change the name, and I know a lot of people seem to play, the whole alpha beta bullshit is, but
yeah, no, but what guy wants to be called a beta?
But speaking of that, both all my younger kids are Gen Alpha. All right, but get this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I saw that Gen Alpha is, I guess their time is coming up for their generation already.
They are now 13, so they are officially teenagers, including Vile Style, who just turned 13. Which, NB, that means I have a grand total of 3 teenage daughters.
No wonder you don't have any hair.
13, 13, and 19.
Well, I have a 22-year-old daughter who's been out of the house since she was 16. I have a son who's about to be 16 and a daughter who's about to be 13. So I will have 2 teenagers, one a boy, one a girl. And only one of those I know how to comprehend what the hell to tell them.
Well, at this point, I'm just glad because Caddy will be turning 20 next January, which means I will no longer have 3 teenage daughters. But right now, I've got 3 teenage daughters, and it's like, holy fuck.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go grab a beer.
Oh, what beer company? I want to see if you're buying from a woke beer company.
I'm buying Ice House Max. I don't know who fucking makes it.
To the Google Mobile.
I'm drinking this. I don't know who fucking makes it. I don't really care.
As long as it's not Bud.
That's one of the Miller Brewing Company beers, and yes, that's one of the woke companies.
So he's drinking quote unquote woke beer. Okay.
Yeah, Lord.
Well, he also said he doesn't care, so.
Yeah, I know.
but I just because of the whole thing I posted on Twitter and nobody responded to it. So
I think I retweeted that.
one of the funniest things is I showed one of my coworkers that tweet because they're not on Twitter. And all he said was, well, I guess this means I'm giving up beer.
Cool, more for me to drink.
Hey, Poe, what's going on, man? Good to see you, Poe. Mar, what's up?
You're just now noticing?
Wow.
I haven't looked at. I've been working. Have you not looking at the screen? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Yeah, I see food images.
I honestly have not been paying attention to what you've been doing, so hold on. Let's see what you're doing. Oh, I just see a screen.
Oh,
see-
yeah,
See a
it's
screen of a screen.
website.
Everything's
Looking on a website.
inverted. I see
And it's inverted. I know. One
I
second.
see his,
There, flip.
pee
There.
bottle.
Okay. But now, if it's inverted, now it's messing up the. There we go. Anyway, it's a restaurant.
You guys know that he is a programmer. You saw his pee bottle, right?
Does that mean he's a programmer for Amazon?
Probably.
Right now, I'm
Hold
doing their interactive menu that they people can order online or order on their
Hold on.
phone while they're there.
So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Talk to ourselves? I already do that.
Whatever he's talking about, this being Miller, one of the woke companies. Dude, I don't do boycotts.
Yeah,
I either
I know.
buy at a store or I don't buy at a store. I either buy a product or don't buy a product.
Is it cheaper? Is it better? Yeah, okay, fine. I'll do it. Yeah. What's the point?
Well, I buy it because I can get two for $2.95 and they're 8% alcohol.
Why not, right? You get drunk faster. Hey.
It's kind of the point.
Yeah, you need to get your alcohol in you, man. You need it. Otherwise, I don't want to see you
Now,
on
as
screen.
far as Bud Light, as far as things like Bud Light and Budweiser, okay, I can tell you why people drink. Okay, I can tell you why people drink Bud Light and Miller Light and Coors Light a lot.
It's cheap.
Because it's cheap beer. It doesn't get you drunk that fast. And, it's associated with going out fishing, boating, summertime.
NASCAR.
NASCAR, yes.
Yeah.
NASCAR is huge for it.
Baseball
When I went
games.
to a NASCAR race in Sonoma, California for the NASCAR race, I got there at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I park in the driveway. I park in the parking lot, and there's already guys out there cracking beers. Dude asked me if I want one. I'm like, yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll have a beer.
It's NASCAR. Why not, right? It's like a tailgating party. You show up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
It is like a tailgating party.
Yeah.
Have you heard the stories about those what are they? The RV parties they have at Talladega?
Oh my
Those are
god.
legendary.
Yeah, I heard about those.
I'm actually planning on buying a trailer maybe next year. And I've already said I got to go to one of these Talladega Inn parties. I don't even care if I stay for the races or watch them. I just want to go see if these parties are as epic as I've heard.
I don't want to get one. I could have bought one of those, but no, I don't want an RV. No. I just had to travel instead.
I can't fly though. You remember that?
Yeah.
Or yeah. I don't fly. I can't fly.
Well, maybe you should start flapping your arms harder.
What's
You're
that?
flying through space.
I said you should flap your arms harder.
I'm
fly.
back. Hello.
Hey, Cadillac's back. Hola, Mrs.
Dude,
Cardenas. Hola, Mrs. Cardenas.
Hold on.
You're on Pan Earth Intergalactic.
He's trying to highlight a comment.
So yeah,
Hola,
Mrs. Miles
Miguel.
awake.
Nice.
I probably pissed her off when I was getting out of bed this morning because I woke her up.
Are we like co-streaming on another stream? Because I couldn't see Poe or Mars comments in the YouTube chat.
That's because they were posting from LDG stream. Yes,
Oh,
we are.
because it's streaming. Okay.
We are cross streaming to 5 different locations right now.
Well, that's what I was wondering, but I couldn't figure out who else was streaming it. Like, was it? Because I checked Eli who, and you didn't have it streaming on your YouTube channel.
No,
But I didn't-
I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yeah, but I can
Live
see they're on
streaming it on
YouTube.
Twitter.
Oh, I could see they were on YouTube. So
I can't stream on Instagram, but so I can stream on Twitter. If I could stream Instagram, I would.
If you look on the chat window on StreamYards, if you look
Yes.
at their comments, they'll have a little link icon above the YouTube icon.
yes. Oh, no. It only says that it's YouTube.
Yeah, there's
It
no
doesn't
link
say
or
anything
anything.
else.
Oh, it doesn't say it for you guys?
No, it
No.
just says where it tweeted where it was coming from.
Yeah, it just
Twitch,
says it's from YouTube. It doesn't say.
And YouTube doesn't say who's YouTube. It just says YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
on
just
my end, it has a little link icon above the YouTube icon when they post the comment.
Because you're the host.
Hello, Job.
That's LVG.
That's me.
Okay.
LDG, I gotta ask, is that a
Mike,
Lawnmower Man
question for
reference?
ya.
It's a biblical Lawnmower Man reference. Yes.
I know who it is.
It's a
Maybe
Mike, I
perfect
got a
nickname
question.
for
Oh,
me.
I forgot that it was also
Jeff
Pickles.
Daniels. He wish he was
Very
Jeff
fitting
Daniels,
nickname.
so.
Well, I just
Ah.
figured it's because Lawnmower Man 2 is your favorite movie.
Lawnmower Man 1 is my favorite movie. 2 is like Matrix 4.
And WandaVision is your best show in the world. Your favorite show in the
All
world.
right, now that I know that you hate Lawnmower Man 2, I'm going to have to rewatch it just to see if I enjoy it more.
I mean, okay.
I enjoy it
Matrix
just for
4
one-
was
I enjoy it just
worse.
for having one of the actors in it.
Yeah, so Matrix 4 was
I
worse,
enjoy it
but
just for the actor that was in it who literally played Max
la,
Headroom.
la, 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 la. But yeah, 2 is okay. It just was disappointing. I expected more.
It was a sequel to a Stephen King movie that was based on a short story. You
Yeah, but
expected more?
Yeah, the
You've
short
not
story.
seen Stephen King movies back then?
The short story was a guy who actually stripped nude and ate grass as a lawnmower. That was a short story.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the original.
I was going to say, I
actually had to get
remember
his name
watching the
taken
movie
off.
and thinking, this is
No
nothing like
shit.
the
And
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it this way. My personal feelings about Stephen King aside, I went through a big kick in the 90s, and I remember watching documentary. I remember watching some interviews with him, and one of the things he said was he really does not care. Back then, he really did not care if his movie based on his book was successful or not. He's like, whether it's successful or not, I've cashed a paycheck
Facts.
and I got a cameo. He did not care, except for one franchise, except for one series, did he really, truly care about very much that he did not want to see it get fucked up. And then they fucked it up anyway.
The Stand.
Actually, he was talking about the Gunslinger series, but I did not watch that. I did not watch that updated Stand. I watched the first episode and I'm like, these characters, I'm like, no. Like they don't act anything like the characters from the book.
No, the first one, the original Stand was a hell of a lot better than the remake.
I was never.
Oh, the 90s one? Oh my God, dude, that thing was phenomenal.
I always.
I'm sorry, Dandelion.
No, that's okay. I was never a huge Stephen King fan. I really enjoyed his short stories, though.
As Richard Bachman?
And his novellas and such. Like, I mean,
remember, he
like
did the
Rita
Richard
Hayworth in The
Bachman
Shawshank Redemption was a great, novella.
Oh, Green Mile. Remember when that came out? He did it like 10 parts as like just 10 different books and he finished it out, which was a great movie. The only thing I wish they had added to it was in the book, we flash back from what's going on in the nursing home and flash back to what's going on the Green Mountain. I actually like that in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only time we see him in the older in the nursing home is at the very beginning and the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
I still think it was well done. I understand why they didn't do it, but I like that part in the book.
Yeah, because like the movie said, we're just like her. We're not very good at math. We don't know. Yeah. How old are you? Yeah, I love that line. You're not very good at math. I love that line. Oh shit, he is old.
Well, I love the Stand miniseries. It was just something completely different, and it came out after it.
Hold on.
It was big.
Which Stand miniseries?
90s.
Okay, so you're okay.
The one with Molly Ringwald. The one with Molly Ringwald in it.
Gary Sinise.
Okay,
Gary Sinise, Rob Lowe.
Corky.
That's another one of those movies that goes off the rails at the end entirely when a magic hand comes off to blow up Las Vegas.
Everyone loves a good Deus Ex Machina.
But that's when that type of novel that Stephen King does, where there's some sort of Deus Ex Magica coming up. I'm always like really confused about it. I mean, he does it in almost every movie or every book of that type of subject. It, The Stand, The Langoliers.
Remember what he was. Remember what he was doing in the movie. Remember the title. The whole point is they are making a stand.
You're
now,
kidding.
Making a stand against something can mean that there may be sacrifices.
No, I'm not talking about the sacrifices. I'm talking about the magic hand that appears at the end of the movie.
It's a cross-dimensional.
Yeah, that was kind of
from Star Trek. I want to grab the.
If it was good enough for the Greeks, it's good enough for us.
Hey, let's remember in the book there's an interdimensional turtle that they've never been able to figure out how to put in either of the miniseries or the movie. Which I've got to admit, Skarsgård did a good job playing Pennywise. Now, I know Tim Curry will always be OG, but I got to give them credit for not trying to do the same thing.
Well, I'm trying to bring up an image. Here we go.
You know, one of the latest Stephen King tweets I thought was very funny. He said he was listening on a plane, and the pilot came, was about to take off, and the pilot came on the overcom and said, in a high-pitched voice, "We all float up here."
Did the pilot know that Stephen King was on the flight?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Because it would have been way funnier if he didn't.
I know, but I thought that was funny.
Sorry, this is what I'm talking about, NB.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, basically the hand of God.
But I'm sorry.
You know.
It ruined the whole thing for me. That scene was so stupid. I don't care if it's from the books. It killed this. I haven't since the 90s. I have not been able to watch this miniseries because of this scene.
Well, the first original series is a hell of a lot better than the remake.
I never watched the remake.
I didn't even try to watch that.
Don't try it.
When I found out they race swapped, what was his name? The guy who did the song in the book, "Baby, Can You Dig Your Man?" The whole point of his character is a white guy doing music that sounds black. Because you have to look at it. And this is one of the things. Well, this is one of the things where I find an issue with some of these movies is they'll take a book or something from, say, the 60s to 70s, and then they want to update it to 2022. It's like, no, you probably sometimes should stick with the era that the movie or that the book is originally placed in because it actually fits better. Like one of the biggest things with the It movies was I'm like, okay, I can get this in the 80s, but you're really having trouble selling me on this that these kids are in the 2000s or these adults are now in the 2000s and you could get away with this, that. No, I just, that part threw me off was just, going from the 80s to the 2000s or the 2010s.
That reminds me of the remake of Fahrenheit 451. Takes place in the future. I'm like, wait a minute. Fahrenheit 451. Books. Okay, everything's imprinted. What happens if there's electrical surge? You got backup? This makes no sense. The original Fahrenheit 451 did. The remake with Colin Firth? No.
All right, folks. I'm going to go because I got to go and do some stuff today before the week and that. I got to get a walk in. I've got to do all my food prep for the week. All that exciting stuff. But it was delightful to chat with you all.
Oh, I don't know.
All right.
Take care, Dandelion.
I don't know if Bert is doing Twilight
easy,
Zone,
Danny.
but he is streaming Cityscapes right now.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do more YouTube stuff, but anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
See y'all soon.
Bye.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
So in Fahrenheit 451, you're talking about the 70s one, right?
Yes, the original.
Yeah, the original, the good one.
Yes, but firefighters start fires or not put out
Yes.
fires. Yeah, firemen.
Yeah, I wondered if that movie was somewhat inspiring for the movie Equilibrium. Have you seen that movie?
That sounds familiar.
It had the guy who played Batman in the Dark Knight.
That helps. That helps. Yeah,
Christian Bale.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, it had Bale in it. It had Christian Bale in it. And the whole point of this movie is that we are now taking injections to suppress emotions. And having material possessions, something of vanity, is outlawed. We're talking everything from marriage is not meant to be marriage of love. It's meant to be for you. You have to get approval from the government. You have to sign away. Why do you want to get married? Procreation. Continue with the speech. It's very interesting. It has Christian Bale. It has Sean Bean in it. Spoiler alert: Sean Bean dies in this movie. Okay, if I mention Sean Bean's name, the spoiler should be he doesn't die in the movie. Okay, let's be honest here. I watched enough Everything Wrong with a movie in so many minutes from CinemaSins, and every time Sean Bean comes out, Sean Bean's not dead in this movie.
Did you see the latest one? Everything Wrong with season 1 of The Boys?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny.
I've been away for a while from them. I catch up occasionally.
That was actually pretty good. Well done.
Oh, God. If you've ever... When I hear people talk about The Boys and they're like, oh, this is disgusting. I can't believe they're doing this shit. I'm like, dude, if you read the comic book, this is PG level shit.
The whole point of The Boys is to be over the top.
Yes.
The whole point about The Boys is over the top violence, sex, and deconstructing superheroes in a sexual way.
I'm going to spoil that review for you. You should have gave more sins when he talked about the PG-13 sex scene in an R-rated show.
Okay, that was so over the top, it was just impossible not to watch. You're like, okay, it's one of those fucking scenes where you're like, you want to look away, but you just keep turning back.
It's a car wreck.
Yeah, it's a car wreck. There you go. You know it's bad. You know it's horrible, but you're just like, no. I can't stop looking.
Which way that tire?
But yeah, it is the whole point is superheroes are run by corporations, which actually, let's be honest, would be fucking believable.
Yeah.
And nobody blinks
That is absolutely believable. They have huge egos. They're more concerned about their toy selling and the next movie they're doing than actually saving lives. And I mean, that's the presence of the whole, thing. And the boys are, what happens with, I really liked the first episode because I was like, well, shit, that was kind of beat for beat with what happened in the comic.
Yeah, but nobody bats an eye that all superheroes are coming from America.
I didn't even care about that. Oh, come on. What country's more fucked up than us right now?
Well,
Yeah.
let me take a deep breath and list a whole bunch. We pull the Katie and do the countries of the world. Afghanistan.
Hold on. Elihu. Do you really expect superheroes to be coming out of North Korea spontaneously? Do you expect them to be coming out of Afghanistan spontaneously? No.
No English? No Canadian superheroes? Come on.
I love this one I saw. I love this thing I saw on TikTok earlier where it said, if Gen Z takes over the world, it won't be too hard for us to take it back from them. All we got to do is put our battle plans in cursive on paper. What are they going to do? I can't read this. How do we translate this? Okay, grab my phone. Click it. All right. What is this language? Cursive? Cursive to English.
The best way to punish your teenager is not to take away their devices, take away their charging devices.
Now just turn the internet off.
No, take away all their charging devices, okay?
That'll destroy their
phone, take away their cords.
And, well, Elihu, it's funny you say that because I kind of agree more with NB on that one. Because where the younger Vile kids live right now with their mom, they have really, really, really bad cell phone reception. So I've actually had, when I've said, hey, I'm free right now, you guys want to hang out? They're all like, oh, yes, can we go somewhere with good signal strength so we can watch stuff on our phones?
It's like when we see those pictures of all these kids hanging out together and they're all sitting there on their phones. And it's kind of like, Jesus H. Christ, do you people even talk to each other anymore?
They are on their phones. They're texting each other, man.
And B, it's not just the kids, though. It's the adults, too.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I've gone out with people where it's, we're talking about a group of like 20 or some odd people, and almost everybody's looking at their phone instead of, and they're talking about what they're showing. I mean, they're having conversations, but it's like, oh, look what I just watched. That kind of stuff. It's kind
one of the things for me is I spent most of my military career not being allowed to have my phone with me. So half the time I'm lucky if I even remember to take my phone out of the house. Shit, I'm lucky if I know where this fucking thing is half the goddamn time.
I only have one phone. I know where mine is. I don't have a
I'm lucky if I know where mine is half the time. I don't even pay attention. I try to keep it in the same spot. But yeah, I spent most of my career I wasn't allowed to, and some of the places I lived were very hot, so I didn't want to leave my cell phone in my fucking car all day. So I just leave it at the house. Do that for 15, 16 years. Takes a while. I've been out of the military 3 years. I still forget my goddamn phone.
I get mad at myself when I leave my phone. Like when I'm working, I have the phone I use to actually perform my job. And then I have a phone that I usually listen to a podcast on. And I'll get mad at myself when I forget one of the phones in the car and I don't realize it until I've started work. Because it's like, oh crap, now I got to go back to the car so I can actually perform the work. Or it's, God damn it, I'm bored out of my mind. I need something to listen to.
Yeah, I've been there.
And I only got to do that because the freaking tablet my work provided me sucks.
Well, the other thing that all we have to do to beat Gen Z is just realize they don't know how to use a fucking atlas, and we do.
Or the card catalog. Like, who the hell is Dewey?
No, dude, here's what we do. We get cars made pre-19. We get cars made during the 1980s and lower. They won't understand. 1, clutch. 2, they won't understand how to use the car keys because they used to have one car key that opened the door and one that turned the vehicle on.
And one for the trunk.
You know how long it'll take them to figure that out? Also, they don't have automatic key ignition, so you don't have to worry about that.
And this?
Go back. I used to be a delivery driver, okay? This is, they did have GPS at the time, but I didn't have GPS because back then it was like $300 to get a freaking GPS.
Oh, yeah, I remember those days.
So what I used was a freaking Thomas guide. Try explaining that to a kid today about how you can get from point A to point B on several small maps where you have to go back and forth. Just to figure out where it's going.
Dude,
hold on.
If you think that's bad, try being a black cab driver in London. They are not allowed to use a map. They have to do a memory test before they're ever allowed in the car itself. They got like they give you directions, like how do you get here, what's the fastest route. You have to memorize every single street alley. That's why everybody's telling me if I ever go to London, get a black cab because they know where they're going. They don't use a map. They know side streets. They know traffic. And Mike's got a little minion in there in his car with him, a mini Mike.
It's a mini Mikey.
That is Mrs. Vile's nephew. He decided to come out and join me in the car so he could, because he knows where I keep my pterosaur.
I am your wife's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
He just wants to play with pterosaur.
You're gonna take him to see Beast Wars in 2 weeks?
I don't know. We'll see.
Hola, mijo.
It's all right. Making sure he doesn't lose the little gun.
Oh, God, admit it. You're going to lose it at some point yourself.
Oh, he wants to show you how he transformed it all by himself now. I showed him yesterday how to do that.
How old is he, Mike?
Gordo, ¿cuántos años? 5? 4. He's 4 years old. Now it looks like now his sister wants to join us.
Oh, getting you a little niña.
Hold on. Oh, I gotta find my keys.
So, ¿qué niña cuántos años?
Sarah's 5.
Okay. I gotta get back to learning. I gotta get back to learning my Spanish, man. It's been so fucking long. I like Spanish.
Yeah, I used to speak Spanish and Castilian as a
Christ,
kid.
what did I just do with my hair?
And I forgot a lot of it.
Va tu mama. Va tu mama. No, Romina, tu mama. Oh, not your mama? Okay.
Not the mama. Not the mama.
Not the mama.
It sounded like their mom was calling them, but apparently they're not.
Not the mama.
Not the mama.
I need a Elihu, we need a frying pan for that.
I don't feel like getting up right now. I'm looking at my.
I'm being invaded, guys.
Oh.
This one's Sarah. Say,
Sarah, hola.
Hola.
Gordo en mi carro. Yeah, their level of Spanish is my level of Spanish because they're like 4 and 5 years old.
Well, great. You can learn with them.
4-6. Yo llamé
¿Qué?
Mela, enséñamelo.
Gordo, no comprende.
¡Dale!
Muy no habla español.
¡Mela! ¡Eso es alemán!
He's showing one of the neighbors the pterosaur. You gotta love kids.
Yes,
sometimes.
Mike. Well, I got a question for them. Es Mike agradable?
What does that mean? Before you
Are you
don't get me in
nice?
trouble.
contigo.
I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah, he will.
Agradable. I might not be saying it. Yeah, I'm saying, are you nice?
Oh, now I think they're gonna try to play in the back of the van because I've been lazy as frick when it came to because when I took the Vile kids to the drive-in, I put the back seats down, and since I've been lazy, I have not put them back up. So the back of the van's all flat with the pads and the blankets and stuff. He's doing his impression of an American because he's trying to shoot all y'all with a gun. You're being called, guys.
I heard that. I
You
heard
got
that.
to do that.
So he's playing with a pistola, huh?
Yep.
He's trying to be an American.
Hey, you got to be an American. You might as well get. You might as well get to know your guns.
Vato tia. Mrs. Vile's coming to the rescue. It's okay.
Adios, adios, mijos.
So her nickname is Calgon, right?
Hold on. I'll be right back, guys.
I guess Linda was gonna get that joke.
Sorry, I missed it. I missed it, Elihu.
I said, so I guess her name is Calgon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, things youngsters don't remember or know.
Elihu, you're older than me, right?
Yep. I'm an old man.
So I'm Gen X, you're Gen X, Mike's. Actually, Mike, when were you born?
84. So I'm right at the cusp of Gen X and millennial.
Yeah, we actually had a discussion. Yeah, actually on TikTok, I got involved in this one because I had this discussion. It's like, I was born in 79, and most of the consensus has been what to do with the motherfuckers born between 80 and 85. Now,
yeah,
most Gen Xers will definitely allow 1980 in, but honestly, we're kind of like, trying to figure out what to do with the Zennials here. That 81 to 85 thing. Now, I'm thinking 85, perfect cutoff to either you guys be grandfathered into Gen X, or we call you Gen X C, Gen X cousins.
Gen Z.
Because you guys aren't exactly millennials.
The term that is most often used and that I accept is Zillennial, but spelled with an X.
Because of Gen
Yeah,
Z.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, you're like that. You're like in that 5-year gap we've been trying to figure out what the hell to do with as Gen Xers.
What's funny is when I tell my kids, I used to go out and play, and no parental supervision with all the neighborhood kids, and we knew what time it was. Like, well, how did you know when to come home? And it's like, well, when the street lights came on, it was time to come home.
Yeah.
Well, I answered this. So I saw this guy on TikTok, and I've been seeing these things where they're asking questions about Gen Xers. And the guy's video was private, so I couldn't duet it. So I just put down the questions, and one of the questions was, how often did you go out during the day when you were younger? And I said, well, the actual better question is, when was I allowed to come home when I was younger?
I love the summertime because sun didn't set until about 9 o'clock at night. Yes!
And that's when your ass came home.
Yep.
I
The
tried to
only
explain
time,
to my
I swear
kids.
to God, during summertime, the only time we were ever in the house past 11 o'clock was because it was Saturday and it was cartoons.
I tried to
But
explain to
as
my
soon as
kids
11
a
o'clock
game.
hit, we were out that
Yeah.
fucking door.
I tried to explain to my kids a game that we used to play, which is basically hide and seek, but we called it ditch because we played it only at night, on the weekends and in the summer, and the coverage was about 1 square mile. So whoever was it, you once you got tagged and someone else was it, you didn't know if another person was now it because you may have been hiding for 30 minutes and there could have been 3 people tagged by then. So you might be like,
Yeah.
oh, come out. Yeah, it's safe to come out. Tag, you're it.
Oh, yeah. Of course we all played that joke. That was half the fun of doing it at night because you
But
couldn't
they were
see
like,
the fuck.
what do you mean it was like 1 square mile? I'm like, well, the size of our suburb community was about 1 square mile. So yeah, you
Get
might hide
everywhere.
from somebody and not see another one of your friends for the next hour. Well, what would you do? Like, we didn't have phones.
It's like we couldn't geotrack them. Jesus Christ, could you imagine playing hide and seek now? It'd be easy. It's just like geotrack their phone.
Yeah, you're behind the bin half a block away. I see you. Okay. Let me send you
Jordan,
text. Tag,
you
you're
missed-
it. Send text.
You missed the naked lady. You missed the turtle being killed by an eagle. You missed NB drinking a beer bong for 30 seconds. You missed LDG losing his mind. Well, that happens every stream.
You missed the moment when it actually made sense.
All right, that was
You
about 10
missed
seconds.
so much stuff.
Yeah. I forgot what it made sense for, or about, or what. See, I'm not making sense anymore.
But one of the favorite ones I loved was because I had to think about this. It would be questions like, when did I learn how to cook? At 5 years old, I could cook macaroni and cheese on a stove. 9 years old was the first time I babysat. 9 years old was the first time I shot a gun. How many veterans do I know? Jesus Christ. I was like, you know what, just hundreds. Let's just put it that way. Kind of happens when you were in for 20
The first time my
years.
grandfather took me hunting, I was about 6 or 7 years old. And I look at my son who's 8 and I'm like, I couldn't take him hunting. How the hell did they? Because of the way he's got severe like ADHD and stuff. I'd be like,
okay.
I don't see him being able to sit down and actually listen and do all that kind of stuff. Because I'm only wondering if I acted like that, how the hell did my grandfather put up with me?
Because you didn't act like that. Because you knew to shut up.
I have never been hunting.
Let's
I take
be
that back.
honest. Let's be honest.
I take that back. I went snipe hunting once.
Well, you know, it's kind of a funny thing with people when they're like, you know, they actually, one of the questions was, were you coddled as a kid? And I actually responded with it this way. I have no fucking idea what that word means. I have to Google it. Yeah, this is kind of a military thing. It's like, if you don't know the answer to the question, it doesn't apply to you.
Well,
They would ask things like, are you on PR? Are you on... let me put it this way. We would get these things like, are you on PRP status? Like, if you don't know, you're not.
Okay, JPs, that's funny as all hell.
What?
No, I'm not drunk. I wish I was.
That's funny.
Why does everybody always assume I'm drunk?
Well, I think
it's just the way you talk.
Because 99% of the time when you're on camera, you got a beer in your hand.
That too.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean I'm drunk.
And you were talking about drinking.
A fun little
any
story
limit of drunk.
yesterday.
It's like autism. You can be any limit of drunk. This is spectrum.
Yesterday, on the way to Mrs. Vile's cousin's birthday, I actually got pulled over by a Tijuana police officer for running a stop sign. And he was just going to give me a warning. I apologized to him. I said, and Mrs. Vile kind of had to translate for me because my Spanish is bad. That I rely very heavily on my Mexican navigation system, and she missed it. And
let me guess, you got a ticket after that?
Me and laughed his head off.
That is funny.
You blamed it
Probably
on your
shouldn't.
woman. He
Yeah.
already knew you were.
No.
That's why he's like, I'm gonna let you go, man.
Do to you.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, well, I could take him to jail, but he's gonna get a far worse punishment when he gets home.
Yeah.
Oh, and B, on the way to the movie theater, every freaking stop sign, she'd be like, "There's a stop sign ahead. There's a stop sign ahead."
I was watching this video on TikTok. It was hilarious. This guy, he runs a stop sign, and it's the middle of the night, and he was going extremely fast. So the cops have him come out of the vehicle, and his girlfriend calls him on his watch. So he's like, honey, I'm with the cops right now. I ran a red light. So it turned out the story was he was arguing with her while he was on the phone. That's why, while he was driving, that's why, he wasn't paying attention. And the cop is like, you hear the woman on the phone. He goes, I'm with the cops. They're like, you're lying. You ain't with the cops. It's like, honey, I ain't got a woman with me. I'm with the cops, man. And then the cop goes, FaceTime her. Now, I'll let you FaceTime her, let her know you're with us. And dude clicks the button, and he goes, no, that's a woman. Cop goes, pulls his hat off, has his, crew cut going, goes, I'm a woman? And then he's like, okay, yeah, hang up. She knows we're here. I don't want to talk to her anymore. And they're like, all right, man, look, slow down. You're going to get somebody killed. You got enough problems going on tonight. We're going to let you off with a warning. And they said, he's cool, man. He was arguing with his girlfriend. He's got enough problems going on. We're going to call it a day. I'm just thinking when the guy got home and I can see the girlfriend giving him shit, and he's like, God damn it, why didn't I just let those cops take me to jail and have a more peaceful night?
And now, because Mrs. Vile obviously heard me tell that story, I'm probably going to get crap for it. At least smacked once, I'm sure.
She knows where you are. Be careful. Wait, you're in a vehicle. Never mind. Drive away real quick.
I'm in a vehicle parked outside our house. She knows where I am.
Yeah, but you're mobile. She can be mobile.
Not for long.
And you got JP's with the most famous Cardassian from Star Trek.
Doing jazz hands.
Yeah. Okay, that escalated quickly.
Sorry, if I was.
I hate gamers. I hate gamers like that.
Yeah, why would you?
I hate gamers like that.
Yeah.
You lost. Show some grace.
Jeez.
That's never happened to me when I played competitively. The closest was I was at a tournament in, I want to say, Los Angeles, playing Star Trek CCG right when the Voyager sets got released, or the second Voyager set, I think, because I was running a Federation non-aligned deck that had the Dauntless and the Equinox in it, and they got pissed off because they thought they were going to trip me up by having a lot of Federation-only missions that could be completed. And because my crew was Federation non-aligned, that meant I could do it anyway. And they were getting pissed off because I was solving all their missions very easily. And he just reached over and he screwed up the entire board with his hand. He was like, yeah, fuck this. And he quit. But yeah, it was just kind of funny because he was running a Borg deck at the time. which they win by different conditions. So he was pissed that all these hard missions that he thought I wouldn't be able to solve, I was solving easy.
So you had the Dauntless and the Equinox, huh?
Yep. There were two of the ships in my deck. I didn't have Voyager because I didn't actually have that card, but that card was fed only anyway.
I'll be back. I need to use your lojo.
Let's see if I can bring it up.
That was one of the episodes I didn't really. That was one of the episodes where I thought Janeway. I mean, come on, she did some of the similar shit Captain Ransom did.
She did similar, but not to the point where apparently it was so bad she'd, be the villain most of the time.
I'll just bring up Tuvix and leave it at that.
I said most of the time. That's why the Tuvix is the reason I said most of the time. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Because there's two versions of the Dauntless card. There's this one.
I think I have the Dauntless Eagle Moss. I know I have the Equinox.
So you got the Dauntless, that version, which non-aligned means anyone can use it and anyone can staff it and all that kind of stuff. And then the other one. Come on, StreamYards, catch up. There you go. Is the Federation version. So it's the same exact card, just blue instead of yellow. But yeah, I used to play that game competitively.
Okay, I don't recall 7 and 9's tits being that big.
During the first season, she had just given birth, so she had the extra large baby.
Never mind. Okay, yeah, and I understand now.
Watch carefully. They get modified in scene.
Oh, shit.
I didn't notice that part.
No, I noticed it when she turned. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
At the beginning, it's regular size.
Yeah, I see it.
And of course, today people would be mad that she has that haircut.
Why?
Oh, you haven't seen one of those memes where it says, if you like women with short hair, you're gay?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not even
I just don't give-
that's
yeah,
not a
I just don't
haircut.
give two- I don't give two fucks about those things.
That's not a haircut. Her long hair is back up in the back of her head.
Yeah, it's bent up. It's kind of curled back. I mean,
But
look at the way it's
there's been those
styled.
memes- there's been
It's
those memes where
he's got it.
if a woman has abs, it means you're and you like her, that means she's gay. If she's tall and you like her, it means you're gay. If she's got short hair and you like her, it means you're gay. It's just all the stupid shit.
So what? If I like certain features on a woman, I'm automatically gay? That doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense.
Apparently, yeah.
What about guys with long hair?
The
I have long
woman
hair.
looks like a weightlifter. She's gross.
That depends on. Okay,
Personal opinion- personal
I will
opinion,
admit with
guys.
that with,
No,
I will
it's
admit with
what
that
it
to
is.
some point.
Some people will find that attractive, some people don't. So
Yeah, I
personal-
will agree with
personal.
that to a point. But someone like Gina Carano or who was that? Ron. What was her name? Ronda
Rousey.
Yes. Okay, that kind of athletic. Yeah, I'm definitely find attractive.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on the opposite side. Women. Some women find men who have hairy chests attractive, some people find men with bald chests attractive. It's a personal preference. Whether you like abs on a woman or not, it's a personal preference.
Well, that's
And
what
we
I've
got
always said.
Darren,
Well, that
and
I
you put
would,
it in the chat.
He was going to say shit.
well, one of the things for me is like, what do I find most attractive on a woman? I find the face attractive, and my key feature was always looking for a woman with freckles because I find freckles attractive.
Personal preference.
Oh, so you like it when they don't have souls. I get it.
What are you talking about? They have all the souls from everybody they've stolen them from.
Yeah, this was the Equinox. It took me longer to find it because when I typed in STCCG Equinox into Google, the first thing that pops up are freaking economist web pages.
Economists, what do they know?
Red hair.
You want to fix this economy? Let me and Elihu work it.
What?
No, because I think both of y'all are crazy.
I may be crazy, but I'm good with money.
According to the psychiatrist from the
No,
mental
your
institution I
hair,
came
your
from,
boobs,
yeah, I am.
your skin.
Hold on, I'm going to mute myself.
Yes.
We got a car
Hail.
coming by.
Yeah.
No, I'm good with money.
Good one with that.
Pale and dead.
I didn't say that. Yeah, good luck. It's too fucking hot.
Really, I'm going to deal with 90s next week.
It's a dry heat.
Well, this week. Yeah, I'm looking at the temperature and it's like 90, 91, 89, 93, 91.
You live
97.
in California, doesn't count.
No, I'm talking about Vegas weather. I'm like, holy shit.
That doesn't count either. It's dry heat.
Yeah, come to where it's like
When are you
you're
Where are
getting
you going, by the way, Elihu?
mid 90s and it's fucking 100% humidity.
No, thank you. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to move to Texas when my dad was like, hey, move to Texas.
I used to live in New Orleans. Okay, I know about humid heat. What were you saying, MB?
I was saying, when are you heading to Vegas?
Wednesday.
That's what the heat is
Too
here.
bad
in the
you're not going.
summertime.
Too bad you're not going the 4th of July weekend kind of thing. There's this group I was following. There was this 2 British guys, and they did a Southern tour, and they really enjoyed seeing America from that perspective. And they're doing 2 weeks coming to 4th of July. But I don't know what the hell the guy was thinking because he literally said he's booked it for 2 weeks in Vegas. And he's British. He's British. And then he, of course, does what British do. They check the weather and he realizes he is going to fucking melt. He was freaking out. Okay, give you an idea. He did one video, goes, it's so freaking hot. It's 81 here in Orlando, Florida. I'm thinking, 81? It's fucking April, bitch.
Wow, he's playing 81 in Florida. Oh my, yeah. Wait till he gets to Vegas.
I was like, it's 81 in Florida. I'm like, it's 81 in Florida. You're there in April. No shit. Show up in July or August or September and then come talk to me about hot.
81's still too hot.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? 81 is easy
be honest,
weather.
hold on. I would rather be in 100-degree weather in San Diego with 0% humidity than 81 in Florida with 100% humidity.
Okay,
I was born and raised
you.
in Phoenix. Okay, I know what dry heat is. I know what it's like to get 123 degrees in the shade.
Yeah.
Okay, I never got to 123 in California. Did get to 119 one time in NorCal.
I remember it was
Or several
123 in
times.
Phoenix when I was younger.
Oh, no. I lived in California for 7 years. When the summertime came around, when I saw triple digits, I really didn't even care anymore.
Oh, someone else trying to come in? Oh, I didn't see you, Darren. I'm sorry.
All right.
I remember when we drove our 10-day drive from California to PCS to Tampa, Florida. Man, when I got to Florida, I was like, fuck. I was like, God damn humidity.
when my work sent me out to Yuma last year,
Arizona.
I was making fun of, and Yuma's like right on the border of California and Arizona, so it's it's
Yeah,
not
you
that far
cross-
from California.
Yeah, you cross the border, you freeze, and all of a sudden you sweat. You freeze to sweat. You freeze to sweat.
But the thing is, I had a rental car that had the little temperature gauge, so I thought it'd be funny to take a picture of it and post it. Oh, it's 118 degrees outside right now, and then literally after I take the photo, it's 119. So I take another photo. Then it's 120. I take another photo. It's 120. Take another photo. 121. When is this? I'm gonna stop taking pictures. It's getting hotter every time I take a picture.
Hey, what's LDG working on? Blow him up. I want to see that.
What LDG?
What's LDG working on? Blow that up. I want to see what that is. Is that client information?
Yes.
Chat GPT. It's not client information. It's
okay. I
open
didn't know.
information.
Whatever. All right.
And Mrs. Vile says, "Intelligence and sense of humor made me attract me." I think she's saying attracted me to from me. Even when he's been an asshole and blamed me for not doing a stop sign. Babe, your sense of humor also attracts me, and I love you for it.
Good save.
Hey, let's put it this way. We don't hold many things against our women unless they do something wrong, which we all know almost never happens. Case in point, I was going up to it's Saturday. I go up to the liquor store. The mom and pop auto dealership across the street has a fucking Jeep. I'm in the market for a fucking Jeep. I go over there and look at it. The price is $15,900. The miles are good. It's got everything I want. I go home, grab my wife. We go for a test drive. It's Saturday. They're closed Sunday. Monday's a holiday. She's only doing appointments. My wife has a fucking checkbook. And I said, well, what do you think? She goes, we'll just bring money on Tuesday. They won't sell it between now and then. Okay, Tuesday morning. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they're open. No, they're not open. They had to go somewhere. So I was like, okay, got me, my wife, my daughter. Everybody's excited about this. We go grab something to eat, come back at 11, get in there, and it's like, well, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news is I'm pretty sure I've sold the Jeep. Good news is I might have another one next week. And I just literally did this. My wife goes, are you serious? She goes, yeah, I sold like 4 cars Monday. And I just looked at my wife and did this. I'm like,
the lesson learned is don't listen to your wife.
no, lesson learned is don't listen to my wife when it comes to money. That's my department. But yeah, if I had just put a fucking $100 down, I'd have had that damn Jeep. And my wife, I remember trying to cheer me up after we got out there. She goes, we're in there. And she's like, well, they only put the money down. They've got to go get approved by the bank. Maybe they won't get it. I said, honey, they put $1,000 fucking dollars down. I think they're pretty confident they're going to come back and get it.
So, Mike, are you still smooth?
All right, are you talking about?
Yeah, your head. Yeah, there you go.
No,
Well, not exactly smooth.
I haven't shaved the head this week, but I shaved the face yesterday. I even trimmed the beard down for Mrs. Vile because she said when I was, let's just say she wasn't appreciating the length of the beard.
Oh, she hated being scratched.
Yeah, last time I saw you, you had no hair and no Van Dyke. So, yeah.
I'm lucky I can get away with this. I mean, this is about as far as I can get. Oh, to answer your question, Krell, what is always with liquor stores and gas stations with me? Dude, I live in the sticks. Where the hell do you think I go shopping? Do you know how long it takes when I have people tell me, oh, I don't go see a movie because I don't want to waste my time? Well, let me put it this way. The nearest movie theater is 30 miles away. The closest movie theater, other than that, is 25 miles away in another state, in another time zone.
Yeah, my
When I go
moonshine
to
store
that
doesn't
gas
sell
station I'm
gas.
talking about, let me put it this way. When I go to that gas station I'm normally talking about, I'm driving into Illinois. I am literally going over the bridge that crosses the time zones. So I go from Eastern time to Central time at least 2-3 times a day.
Stop buying one beer at a time, man.
I buy 2 beers at a time.
No, it reminds me of when I was when I would visit my dad in Texas. The trip to the nearest grocery store was a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, and the only store within, I'd say, a half mile of where he lived was kind of like a convenience store, but they didn't have a lot of conveniences. Let's put it that way.
The closest store to me now is about a 75-second walk.
Well, I'll put it this way. Getting to the nearest gas station would be easy for me because it's right. It's literally a quarter mile down the road, but they don't sell beer, so I got to drive 5 miles to go to the one in Illinois. It sells beer.
Oh, NB, you would have hated the area where my dad lived because the county that he was in did not allow any of the, like, literally there's only 4 stores in the entire area, but they would not allow them to sell beer or any alcohol except between the times of 2:00 in the afternoon till 6:00 at night.
You need to go to
That's the
Ohio.
only time you can buy alcohol.
They have drive-through liquor stores in Ohio and drive-through daiquiri shops in Orleans Parish in Louisiana.
Oh, they have those in Florida. Used to go to oh God, I can't think. Jack's Liquor. Used to do drive-through. My mom used to do drive-through at Jack's Liquor in the Jeep. Hell, in my hometown of Illinois, we had a place called Pop Dots. You drove up there and just ordered, and you never even went in the damn store.
No, you drove the car into the store. It was like a garage, a 2-sided garage. The cashier's by the driver's side, and everything else.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they have these in Ohio.
You gotta send me pictures of that shit.
Well, you know that Louisiana had drive-through daiquiris, right?
Yeah, if the straw was in, it was open container. If the straw was out, it was not.
So when I was in South Carolina, this is how it works in South Carolina with their blue laws. Gas stations can sell cold beer. They cannot sell alcohol. A liquor store can sell liquor, but it cannot sell beer, wine, anything under a certain proof, and they cannot sell any paraphernalia. So if you want OJ and vodka, you can get the vodka there. You can't get the OJ.
Yeah,
the only way you were allowed to have the only way you were allowed to have
convenience store was not really a convenience store. It's because of stuff like that.
Well, the reason, one of the things was there was only one exception in the town I was living in that had both beer, wine, and liquor. But they had to do the rules. There has to be a partition and there has to be separate registers. So you have to literally walk into the place, go to the left if you wanted liquor, pay for it. And if you wanted beer on top of that, you had to go to the right and pay again.
Well, we lost LDG.
Okay, I found the image.
I'm getting yelled at, so hold on. I'll be right back.
I found the image that I was talking about, NB. As soon as he gets back, I'll have him share the screen, okay?
Yeah, because I've never heard of a thing like that.
Oh, yeah, I found it.
Oh, yeah. When I went to when I left South Carolina, when I was going on vacation from South Carolina to Illinois, holy shit, I'm diving on to heaven.
This is Chillicothe, Ohio.
God, I moved to the wrong state. I should have moved over to Ohio.
Yeah, you drive through the store, dude. I'm like, yeah, Ohio.
Yeah, but it's 2 hours for me to get to the border of Ohio.
You don't have to get out of your car.
Dude, that's a long time for me to go drive to buy beer. But if that was available, yeah, I'd be fucking doing it. I ain't gonna lie.
And they wonder why there's so many instances of drunk driving.
Not jelly coffee.
Yeah, but chances are we live out in the country, so... Okay, first off, living out in the sticks.
Doesn't
we don't
matter.
have very many red lights. We don't have many stop signs. We don't have
Doesn't
many
matter.
street lights. So we're basically driving like we're inebriated anyway. Also, we know the cops personally. We know where they're stationed. We know where they're gonna stop at. Why do you think nobody around here follows a speed limit? Only time anybody follows a speed limit around here is during school season. Because trust me, you do not want to speed during school season in the Midwest or the South. Somebody may fuck you up.
It's funny you should say that. I was stuck behind. I was like 6 or 7 cars behind it, but it was a school bus that was dropping off kids. So they had the little stop sign that popped out.
Yes.
The guy in front of me had Texas license plates. And apparently seeing that stop sign and everyone stopping for the bus pissed him off because he just started putting his horn down and would not let up until the bus started moving again.
Well, that's one way to get your ass kicked up here. I don't care if you got Texas plates. I've seen people with New York plates that ain't lived in New York for 30 years.
See, that's what shocked me about it, is because when I was in Texas, you pull over for fucking everything. School buses, police cars, ambulances, fire trucks, and hearses. You pull over in Texas for a fucking hearse.
I thought that was just common anywhere. I thought that was common anywhere. That's just fucking common courtesy.
Oh, when I brought that up to Mrs. Vile about, where I'm from, we would pull over for a funeral procession like that. She's like, "Oh no, we don't do that in Mexico."
If you try to drive around a fucking funeral procession, you're probably going to get pulled over in America. And you know what? You fucking deserve it.
Well, I don't know about America, but I know in Texas.
You're just being a dick.
Yeah. A cop, one of the cops would go get on the radio. It's like, "I'm giving this person a ticket," and everybody else go, "Do it." Yeah, you're gonna get a ticket. One cop's gonna go find you. Not all of them. One cop's gonna go, "Okay, who's gonna get this person?" And they're gonna ticket you.
And you know what? You better shut up and take it because you fucking deserved it.
Yeah.
That's like when I see videos of people who, like Mike was saying, passing the buses when the stop sign's up. It's like, oh God, no. When I see that in America, it's kind of like, dude, you pull that shit in the areas I grew up in, you speed through a school zone, you're just asking for somebody to get pissed at you.
Well, it's not just that. It's just safety in general and respect for other people. When an ambulance goes by, pull the fuck over. I'm sorry. I don't care if there's a concrete median in the middle of the road and you're on the other side. You fucking pull over.
I don't care if you have to get on the other side of the road if it's oncoming traffic and all those cars are stopped. Pull over.
I was in a traffic stop one time. I was in a traffic issue one time, and we had to pull on the median just to get out of the way for the ambulance and the fire trucks.
Why would you have to do that? You pull
Yeah, we don't do that in this
everybody
state.
pulls over to the right.
You know,
Yeah, for some reason, people didn't know what the fuck they were doing. I didn't pull over in the median, but other people were, and I was like,
well,
And if nobody's pulling
you
over,
pull over to the right, you pull over to the left. Either way, you pull the fuck over.
no, fuck. If everybody's over in the right and you have nowhere to go on the left, you fucking have that gas pedal to the floor and get the hell out of the way until you can get somewhere to pull over to the right.
Generally, when I see cherries coming, I go with the slow down, go to the right, and just pull off the side to the single white line.
As long as you can do it safely, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you can't stop all the time. You can't stop on an interstate, but you do get in
Pull
the
over.
right lane and slow down and get the fuck
Yeah.
out of their way. My issue was with the median was we were on a 2-lane highway, and apparently this crash was that bad. That was a rarity. I'd never seen anything like that before in my life. I did have an incident where one time somebody blew a tire, and they were like maybe 3 cars in front of me, and all 3 of us swerved, and the poor bastard behind me did not make it the right way. We all swerved to the right to stay off the median. He swerved to the left and hit the guardrail.
Ow.
And I watched that in my rear view mirror, and I'm like, should have turned right, bud.
Ouch.
No, I remember from this happened when I was very before I learned how to drive. My dad was driving, and there was the off ramp, but some guy was missing the off ramp, so he decided to go through the dirt median to try to get onto the off ramp. And he was in a lifted like Bronco 2 type vehicle, and his vehicle just flipped right the fuck over.
Really?
Have you guys seen the latest video of the Dukes of Hazzard incident on the back of the tow truck?
Yes, I saw that.
I'm like, holy shit.
No, I have
saw
not
that,
seen
and
that.
I saw the video afterwards where somebody put the, Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard's horn on
Yeah.
it as it was flying over. I was like, yeah, I was thinking the same goddamn thing.
Let me see if I can find it for you, Mike. It's hang on.
It is really funny. It's just like you did not see this shit coming.
No. I'm like, what the?
It's like all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck?
It's somewhere on my Twitter feed. Hang on.
We're waiting. Elihu, come on, hurry up.
Dude. I'm scrolling.
Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
Something called Google.
It'd be faster on my Twitter. Unless Mike has it.
I don't have it.
I mean-
I'm not on Twitter right now.
I mean, NB.
And I would like to note that I just got the notification on my phone. I'm live.
Wow, you're not dead?
God, I love YouTube sometimes. Because if you guys know that I haven't done anything with it yet, but I have the Jep Nerdy channel, and I've subscribed to myself the Vilemike channel from the Jep Nerdy channel, and it's the odds that when I get the notifications, it's just really funny. It's like, yeah, I've been live for 2 hours, and I'm now getting the notification. Good job, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube never gives me a notification when you're on. I have to
I
remember.
got the notification when I first looked at my phone this morning when I realized how late it was. That Salty was live.
Well, that's the key thing. They put
Yeah,
it
you
on the
went live
fucking
late.
phone. They send the alert on the phone. They don't actually send it to my YouTube on my fucking webpage on my computer. I just have
All right,
to
you
look
guys.
over.
All right, guys, you're on an airplane and you slide up the little sunblock on your airplane window and you see this. What do you do?
I tell them that they got a crack in the window.
Yeah.
What do? You don't worry.
What
because
do you think? What do you think there? What do you think's going to happen? You're already in the air.
No, just so they can fix it when we hit the ground, because those things are like quadruple pained. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going
I
to
wouldn't
say.
be worried about it one bit.
Okay.
Not to mention, that they actually have little holes in some of those windows to
Regulate air pressure.
Yeah, for the air pressure.
Yeah.
And for you,
Yeah.
JPs, if you don't know this,
Actually, hold on. Is that what I don't know if that's the hole right there right where the one of the lines are, or is that just a smudge?
Yeah, this
I
is a
see what
question
you're talking
now.
about, Mike.
This is a question now in some countries where if before you can ride a plane, you have to take like a test, and this is one of the questions because there's been a lot of problems, especially with international flights lately, where people have been freaking out. You've seen this on the news and stuff like that. So airlines are actually starting to vet and screen their passengers. They don't want to
Good.
put crazy people on the plane
Good.
causing problems. So yeah.
They
Well,
should be
you have
doing the
people like
same
me
with fat
who-
people.
Well, you have people like me who have acrophobia that unfortunately has gotten worse. So I actually, for example, I was even considering doing a flight to go to a wedding.
Elihu,
And the
Yes.
is this the video, Elihu?
Yes, this is the police body cam footage.
All right, I'm gonna play it. So, or I'm gonna put it
Oh,
up so
yeah.
you can play it.
Okay, yeah, this is the police body cam
Oh
footage.
yeah, this is it.
Chug,
Yep.
chug, chug.
Oh,
At their last 10-50 rollover. Last and second EMS admit.
Yeehaw.
Okay, I know I've had this nightmare a few times myself. Has anybody else had that nightmare?
so what exactly happened there? That car was just going down the road and decided to what the hell and hit the ramp or what?
I'm not sure what happened, what made the driver do that,
It
but
looked like he wasn't paying attention, changed lanes from center lane to where the tow truck was partially like not on fully into the breakdown lane or the off
Gotcha.
the shoulder. So as he changed into the far lane, from seeing it, half of his car just took flight.
He had two wheels on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hang
Yeah,
on, let me
so
let
he
me
was
do this.
probably not paying attention and couldn't get over enough because the other car was in the way.
Yeah, I noticed that there was another car in the way, wasn't there?
So $5. It was someone probably on their fucking cell phone.
Not only
Oh,
that,
yeah. Oh, most likely.
how come there's no cones out or anything?
Yeah.
So I put the tow truck
Because
driver at
cones
fault.
come out mostly because based on everything I've ever seen, the cones are out for like semis and stuff, but I've never seen them out for tow trucks.
You
This
guys
is
see
in
the
New
car?
York.
No, this
Up
is
here,
Georgia.
they put
You
them
guys-
out
you guys see
anytime
the
there's
car
Okay,
was-
if this is New York, I
Hey,
don't
hold
know
on.
New
No.
York road laws.
You guys see the car was trying to turn as it went up the ramp. So I knew what it was actually doing last minute. See, look, it was trying to turn. It's like, oh, it didn't go straight. It was like trying to turn right. So the
Yeah,
driver knew.
I
It was like,
can
oh
see that.
shit, oh shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're about to have that nightmare you've been dreaming
Yeah.
about.
yeah.
But what
Mm.
cracks me, what I can't figure out, this is something I can't figure out. Why the hell did the hood come off as soon as he went? Did he hit something up there?
The side of the back of the tow truck, the rib bar, hit the rib bar when it flipped.
I was just surprised that the hood flew off. I was like,
Well,
what did he
let's
hit
face
that
it,
caused that?
Hood latches are not necessarily that secure. So,
I never had one fly off.
oh no, in my buddy's mom's car, the latch is so old at this point that if you hit the grill in the right spot, it pops open.
Here's a classic. Let me show you this one. Here's
And
a
by
classic.
pop open, I don't mean the hood actually pops open. What I mean is the little latch mechanism that you usually have to.
Yeah,
pull
I
a
know
little
what you
lever
meant
for,
by that.
that part pops open.
Yeah, I know what you meant by that.
What is this? Okay.
Fucking blow it up, dude.
Yeah.
Pronto?
Oh, shit.
All
Pretty
right.
sure the guy driving the RV is
Let's
probably
watch
dead.
that again.
All right. Apparently, I'm getting called into the house, so I'll be right back. Okay.
He made it. He made his boat.
Yeah, he's dead.
Dude, he really had a hard on for that boat.
He made his ride, man. I gotta catch the boat. I gotta catch the boat. Got it.
I don't know where that guy had to go on the ferry that bad, but man, he was determined to make that appointment.
And look, he found a nice parking spot too. That was good aim. Good, nice parking spot, man. Good aim. That was a classic.
Oh,
sorry.
good Lord.
I need more coffee.
Shit is crazy, Elihu.
Oh. And that's why I'm so
that's-
glad I do not have a license.
Instances of natural selection.
Hey, I'm all for Darwinism. Hell, if it wasn't for stupid people, we wouldn't have warning labels.
Yeah, but Darwinism doesn't work all the time.
Need to take all those warning labels back off again. Thin the herd a bit.
You won't get an argument out of me. My dad actually told me one time, he's like, yeah, I pissed on one of those electric fences. I'm like, really, Dad? He goes, I wanted to see if it would work. I'm like, why did you bother to find out? He's like, what, you weren't curious? I'm like, Dad, I touched the damn thing with my physical hand. Why would I piss on it and want to know what it feels like to be electrocuted in my dick? I'm like, what the hell were you thinking? I'm like, what the hell were you thinking, Dad? He goes, well, I was 16 and I was drinking. I'm like, Dad, I ain't never been that goddamn drunk.
That means you're a charged baby.
I was like, I'm literally like, Dad, I ain't never been that drunk. I've made out with ugly women because I had the beer goggles on, but never thought, hey, let me go piss on an electric fence. See if it'll shock my dick.
Okay. Apparently, I just got tricked by a 5-year-old. She was telling me that Mrs. Vile wanted me, but all she actually wanted was for me to pick her up.
Those 5-year-olds can be manipulative, man. You got to watch out for them.
They just like it when I pick them up because I'm tall.
You're just gullible.
I used to. I've told this to my youngest daughter. I've been like, you're abusing your cuteness. I'm like, yes, you're cute, but it only goes so far. Thankfully, she's about 13 and wants nothing to do with me anymore.
And now they're mad because I said that I'll be about 30 minutes before I can play with them.
They'll forget in turn.
We'll see. They one of the things that's been kind of a running gag is every time I come down to Mexico, I bring the kids a pizza. But because of my work schedule this week, because Memorial Day screwed up my work week, I didn't finish work until about 9 o'clock last Friday night. So I didn't get to Mexico until almost 10. And by that time, the kids were already in bed. So I didn't bring a pizza. So of course, first thing when they see me in the morning is, did you bring a pizza? And I'm like, no. Bad
dad.
Why didn't you just bring it? Why didn't you just buy a pizza and put it in the fridge like a normal American?
Mostly because I figured they wouldn't remember, but they did.
Oh, typical guy thing. We think they won't remember. Yeah, how low has that ever worked out for us?
I can't remember.
That's because they got smacked out of us by the person we were stupid enough to think wouldn't remember.
No, Mrs. Vile makes fun of me all the time because I forget shit.
Yeah, I got CRS syndrome too. CRS syndrome stands for can't remember. Damn, I forgot that shit. I forgot what it meant, but it's CRS syndrome.
I consider it part of my OFS, old fart syndrome.
I don't know. Is there classification for I just don't give a fuck syndrome?
I think that one's just called being an adult.
Not being a member of Congress.
Okay, but
No, being a member of Congress
switch over
means
to some
I
nerd
got
chat.
power.
I got
How
a
much
question
can
for you
I?
guys. Have any of you guys been watching the DC shows like Titans and Doom Patrol?
Yes,
No.
I've seen it. Yes.
I thought Doom Patrol was done.
That's what I was catching up on it, and that's when I find out that they've canceled it, and they canceled Titans.
Yeah, I watched
not
both of them until the end.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I saw the
Or
finale
Titans
of
was
Titans.
Well, I think I remember hearing Titans was ending, but I didn't hear about Doom Patrol. No, I've never watched it.
Yeah, Doom Patrol, Stargirl, Titans. Yeah, all the DC shows got canceled.
And what platform were they on?
TV.
HBO and the DC's streaming network.
Didn't HBO just rebrand their name? Did HBO merge with Cinemax or something?
Yeah, no, called Max.
HBO just rebranded, dropping HBO when it's Max.
Probably because no one knows what the home box office means anymore.
So there's no HBO anymore. There's no Cinemax. There's just Max.
Correct.
All right, how many signs of the apocalypse do we need to know the world's going to end now?
I don't know. Are dogs and cats living in peace with each other?
Dogs and cats living together.
Mass hysteria!
Oh, Ghostbusters 3 has been spotted filming in New York City, by the way.
You mean Ghostbusters 4?
Oh, yeah, okay, 4. Sorry.
And if you say Ghostbusters 5, I'd smack you because that's a different continuity.
Agreed.
We don't acknowledge that one.
No, because who ain't afraid of
I don't have a problem acknowledging that it exists. I have a problem with anyone saying that it takes place in the main Ghostbusters timeline.
It does not.
Hell no.
It does not.
I'll tell you guys something interesting. I watched that Ant-Man Quantumania. I actually quite enjoyed it.
So did I. I don't know why
it was actually the first. Mike, just give me a quick second here if you don't mind. It's the first. First off, I don't understand why they said the female characters outdid the male characters. I thought there was a fair balance. What did you think, Mike?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to that, and I didn't realize that was one of the complaints they were making. Most of the complaints I saw were about MODOK.
Well,
I have a theory about Ant-Man and Quantumania. It's that when we saw Loki, when we saw Kang and Loki, that was the last version. When we see Kang, it's the exact same Kang, but the first version, because he said, I was once called this, and this, he called himself a conqueror. So when we see Kang in Quantumania, that's the very first incarnation of Kang that we seen in Loki. That's the last one. It's a full circle. Remember, it says it all comes back.
No kidding, Elihu. Yeah. That wasn't just a theory. That's something they kind of, put out and kind of explicitly said.
Well, well, as someone who's grown up on people like Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer, I love seeing them get, some meat in their roles here. I like Paul Rudd. He's one of the few comedians. But, this movie, okay, when it came to the character, one of the biggest complaints I heard was his daughter and what she was doing. I'm like, she's a stupid fucking teenager. Why are you all shocked about this?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm serious. When they're like, why did she say to MODOK, it doesn't take much not to be a dick? I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably something my daughter would say to me in a few years. And I'm like, I gave it a pass because I'm like, yeah, that's what I would expect from this. I don't want a teenager Gen Z talking like a Gen X. It wouldn't make a goddamn bit of sense.
But I think a lot of people are upset about them setting up the new Avengers, which is basically legacy characters. Because people apparently don't like legacy characters. They want everything to remain the same.
Well, I'm kind of trying, my thing with the Marvel current phases, post Spider-Man No Way Home, the Doctor Strange, I didn't find that entertaining. I mean, it was okay, but it was a letdown. Even my wife said that. Thor 4, my son didn't even want to go see it.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, my son, I didn't want to see it.
Dude, Christian
And my
Bale needs an
son
Oscar
literally
for that.
goes, so like I got sick the night I was supposed to go see the movie. And my son was asleep and my wife and daughter went and saw it. And then I was feeling better the next day. I was going to take my son. He goes, Dad, I don't really want to go see that movie. And I just flat out said, oh, thank God I didn't want to see it either.
Dude, people were complaining that they were hiding a talented actor, Christian Bale, under a bunch of makeup. After that movie came out, they were praising Christian Bale for being under all that makeup, being a talented actor. I'm like, make up your mind, people. He was great in that role as the God Killer.
Yeah, he was great in the role. He just wasn't given the role he deserved.
Yeah.
That movie should not have been comedical. That movie should have been just flat out dark. And Christian Bale would have nailed it.
I like the tone of that one. I like the juxtaposition.
I don't. I like the God. I think that with the God Killer, this needed a much darker tone.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
But the comics was much darker.
One thing I would like in a MCU film is just a villain who's a villain for the sake of villainy. You know what I mean?
Well,
Let's not
I've
have a
always
sympathetic
been
villain because they had Thanos. He was a big bad, but they made him sympathetic at the end. Let's have another Ronin. Even Ronin had a sympathetic backstory, but let's have an Obadiah Stane from like Iron Man 1, just someone who's in it for the evils.
Well, we can't have a Hans Gruber every movie.
No, but I'm saying I'd like to see another one. Like, when was the last?
Well, I understand that,
The High Evolutionary.
But remember what Garrick said.
Even he had a sympathetic story.
Hey, remember what Garrick said to Bashir. Everyone thinks they're the hero of their story, including the villains, especially the villains.
Asherat.
Which one was that?
Okay, think about this. Does Galactus think he's evil? And I'm not talking about the Fantastic Four 2 Galactus, okay?
You're talking about in general, one of the Titans.
I'm talking about Galactus, the real Galactus.
No, he's not evil. He's a force of nature.
Yeah. See, I want a decent. What we're getting here with this Phase 4, Phase 5 is let's take the first phase, the first phases, the movies. Other than I think you could take 3 or 4 out, and you get a completely story. You don't need You don't need Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You don't need the Netflix ones. You don't need the Hulu stuff to get the story going. Then they went to this phase, and I was like, okay, they're going for the multiverse, but then you're looking at Disney, and it's kind of like, okay, where are you going here? Hawkeye's going to build on Echo. Echo's going to build on Daredevil. She-Hulk, I don't even know what the fuck they were going with there.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one. She-Hulk was another one of those shows where I thought it was great until the last episode. Then it broke me.
Okay, my issue with it is the woman who's playing She-Hulk, and I don't know her name. I cannot pronounce her name properly.
Tatiana.
Tatiana, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I cannot pronounce her last name correctly either.
She was way too good for this role, and I will tell you why. 2 words, Orphan Black. The woman is too good for this. The woman shouldn't be doing a silly 20-minute show on Disney. She needs to be doing awesome indie films and fucking Oscar-worthy shit because she has talent and range.
Who's that?
The chick who played She-Hulk.
The chick who played She-Hulk, but she
Tatiana?
Yeah, Tatiana. She played, but when she played in Orphan Black,
Yeah.
Elihu, did you see Orphan Black?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, guys.
I've heard good things about it.
She had to play different clones of herself with completely different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fucking amazing. You would have one who was a grifter, one who killed herself who was a cop, one who was German, one who was gay. And there was a funny scene between her and one of the other clones. She goes, "Oh my God, you're gay." She goes, "You'll find out my sexuality is the least interesting thing about me." But they're all different. Some of them are smarter, cleverer. I mean, they are not the same person. They all have strengths and weaknesses and things they bring to the table, which is fucking awesome.
Well, maybe
So
Orphan
she
Black
heard
will be the next one I watch because I haven't seen it. But after I finish Doom Patrol, I'll probably go to that one.
Tatiana, yeah, Tatiana was way too good an actress for what she got in material she got in She-Hulk.
Yes.
That was.
But you've seen Orphan Black.
I've seen clips of it. Yeah, I intend on seeing it eventually. I just got.
Guys, you guys are in for a treat. I mean, the way she goes from one character to the other, the way they have to cut the scenes, it's just amazing the different personalities she is able to do. And that's why I said when I saw She-Hulk, I'm like, she is way too talented for this shit.
Okay, I'm out. See you guys later.
All right, later.
And I'm sure when she took the job, the MCU was still pretty, it could do no wrong still at that point when she got hired. But
I know, but I'm
just. Think part of it's the fact that being in a comic book movie and playing a superhero nowadays is kind of like a badge of honor to an actor.
It is almost sort of a bucket list thing, I would assume now.
It's like every actor's now in the Boy Scouts and they have to get their "I played in a comic book movie" patch.
Or like everybody had to have a cameo in Star Wars or Star Trek.
Yeah.
There is that. There is the fair amount of that. But let's also remember, guys, we don't really have movie stars anymore. And if you're, the age group I'm talking about, movie star was the name came before the title, and that's what put asses in seats. Because I know many of us saw movies we probably never would have saw if a certain actor wasn't in it.
Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Like, really? Okay, cool. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, a good example of that was Batman 1989. It read, Nicholson, Keaton, Batman. That was the order of things, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even Superman, the movie, 1978, Christopher Reeve got like third or fourth billing, even though he was playing the main character. Didn't
Marlon Brando get first billing?
Yeah,
it was Brando and Hackman, and then Superman, and then Margot Kidder and Christopher Reeve. It was, yeah. So,
because I remember, it's funny you brought that up. I didn't even think about that, but I remember that, Marlon Brando got top billing for that movie.
Yeah, it was part of his contract, no doubt.
And
on that note, does anyone think that Brando is a little overrated sometimes?
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
A little overrated, not hugely overrated, but a little bit.
No, not since I heard about that story in acting class.
He certainly had a high opinion of himself.
Okay, well, if I was going to worry about narcissism It's always funny when I hear people say, "Oh, that person's a narcissist." And I'm like, "Well, no shit. They're probably also a psychopath."
You want to know who admits to being a narcissist? Right
Watch
on,
the
right
video.
on, right on. Matthew McConaughey. He claims to have a nail clipper in every single room in his house. He is a perfectionist. He is a narcissist about his hands and his nails. His family is irritated about that.
That's not narcissism. That's the evidence of a tick, but it's not a.
Yeah, that's not narcissism. Narcissism people have an opinion of themselves and they want it validated.
Yeah.
Case in
They're
point. And I will say,
self-absorbed.
their own self-importance. And I will ultimately admit it. Y'all know my political views. Donald Trump is a fucking narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
Yeah.
I can't say he's not a narcissist because it's fucking right there.
I don't remember any other president, though, giving away his paycheck to charity every month. But, no.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I'm not discussing that stuff, and I'm not trying to get political.
Right.
I'm just saying, he's a narcissist. Alec
Hold
Baldwin
on,
is
NB, as much as I agree with you on that point, I think a lot of politicians, especially the ones that clamor for the spotlight, are narcissists.
You kind of have
actually,
to.
Vilemike, you're feeding into exactly what I was saying. Let's look at let's take another end of the spectrum. Let's take AOC.
I would say that she's also a narcissist.
Exactly. And that's all I'm going with there. Is I'm saying you got when I hear people say narcissists, like they think it's the worst thing in the world, I'm like, yeah, they're probably narcissistic. They're probably also either sociopathic or psychopathic. And this was always one of the biggest things I had with that show Dexter, because they said he was a psychopath. I'm like, no, he was a sociopath, because it even states in the series he was born in blood.
All right, like let me ask a question. Do you think that House of Representatives Anna Eshoo is a narcissist?
I'm not familiar with who Anna Eshoo is.
Exactly, because she's not clamoring for the camera every 5 minutes. No one cares. So
Maybe she is. She just isn't successful.
Hey guys, there's this Irishman backstage.
We got Boba Fett or the Mandalorian on.
Hello.
And me without my clip of the Mandalorian's dad telling you to shop at SD Game Swap. Damn it.
Damn it, Potato Rabbit, what the fuck is going on in Ireland? Damn it. I got enough to worry about over here.
Well, what specifically are you talking about?
Everything. I'm hearing more complaints from Ireland than I'm hearing from America, and that's telling me something.
Yeah, it's a shit show. How am I coming into you guys?
A little muffled.
Yeah, you take off the helmet and we can hear you.
Yeah, this is not the way.
Not coming. No. I'm going to invest in a better microphone, but...
Put the microphone lower.
Maybe, maybe if you put your microphone, tuck it underneath your mask. There you go.
How about this?
Oh, that's better.
That's a little better.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Can you hear me?
Wow.
We can hear you. We can hear you. It looks ridiculous, but we can hear you.
Good.
Way fucking better.
Hey.
That's way better, dude.
Just don't pay attention to.
All right. Revin, since I got you on solo right now, since you're wearing the helmet,
nice
I just want you to say, and I might add it to the clip. I'm not the Mandalorian, but I'm telling you to shop at SD Game Swap.
Drop an SD Game Swap, is it?
Say, I'm not the Mandalorian, but shop at SD Game Swap anyway.
I'm not the Mandalorian, but shop at SD GameStop anyway.
Swap, not stop. GameStop is...
Bite me! You're not paying me!
That's true, you're not. So he didn't say GameStop.
Hey, I only paid...
Hold on.
Bernard,
You want to do this right?
It's Bernard.
He's Irish, man. You got to go with the accent.
SD Game Swap, okay. I'm not the Mandalorian, but shop at SD Game Swap anyway.
There we go. And I'll cut that out and I'll add it to the clip of Bernard saying the same thing.
Just ignore these hats.
How
I'm
you
not the
been, potato?
Mandalorian, but Jesus, go shop there.
You sound
No,
like my grandfather.
The
I was gonna-
Almighty says, "Don't change the subject. Just answer the fucking question."
Don't change
No.
the subject. Just answer the fucking question.
It's like,
Hey,
Well,
that
I was
was
gonna
my
say, what
favorite
happened-
character. That was my favorite character from that movie.
No, I
The
just want to
Almighty
say
says I'm
this
a
is what
shit.
happens. This is what happens when the Mandalorian is combined in the fly teleporter with a box of Lucky Charms.
How dare you think you can afford a box of Lucky Charms? They're 10 euros a box over here, man. They're 10 euros a box. I am not. I am salty
But sure.
about that. They
Sure, fellas in a
Lyle
box
Mike.
Irish Spring soap.
actually that's not available in this country.
What the
Really?
fuck?
Yeah,
No,
Irish
They just
Spring is
call it
not
s-
available here.
they just call it Spring over there.
No.
The
What
Almighty has assured the Irish of safe passage, but we're pretty sure your soap is fucked.
One thing those commercials convinced me is that every Irishman carries a knife, so he can cut the bar of soap open and show you that the marbling goes all the way through the bar.
Does this count?
No, that's weird.
No.
Well, I have a real knife over there, but I can't show anyone. It's a potato peeling knife.
Yeah, pocket knives and driving caps. Y'all wear driving caps and suspenders.
I feel called out. I have a pair of suspenders. Anywho.
It's a lie to who, not any who. Pronounce my name correctly, man. Sheesh.
No. Elihu.
Speaking of narcissists, there's a lie who.
Hey, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
technically, aren't
conceded.
we all?
I'm
Because
Dude, I'm
aren't
not
we all? Because we
conceding.
all have channels.
I'm not conceded. I'm convinced. Okay, get it right.
Well, does it matter that the original reason I started making YouTube videos again was to promote my eBay store, not necessarily to promote myself?
Well, the reason why I started was I got bored.
Hold on, I'm getting talked to again.
He's getting duped by a 5-year-old.
Nope, this is the 7-year-old.
Well, if you get beaten up by a 7-year-old, please record it.
It's like, how many under 10 Mexicans can beat me up? In this case, it takes 3. Like that old thought experiment. How many 10-year-olds could you beat up, or how many first graders could you beat up?
Do I have a stick in this equation?
Well, right now it looks like you have a dark saber, so I think you'd win.
Yeah.
Yes. I need to charge the battery in this, but this usually flashes, which is cool. So how's everyone been?
Oh, my stream was 15 minutes late this morning because Mrs. Vile and I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3
Did you
last
cry?
night, and they didn't get home until 2:00 in the morning.
Did you cry?
No, but I literally thought at one point, F you to Marvel to nearly make me cry over the fact of a CG otter and a CG raccoon.
All right, I'm taking off. I'll see you guys later.
Later.
I mean, Disney can make you cry over goddamn near anything at this point.
Up.
You shut your mouth.
Well, I'm talking about the fact that we're literally talking about the emotional backstory of a robot, a half cyborg, half robot, half raccoon, and an otter with robot arms, and you're like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, well, they're cute animals, so it's all over TikTok that people have been sharing videos of like raccoons, baby raccoons everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen some of those on Twitter.
Sorry, I was eating something. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'm not spending as much time on Twitter or TikTok as other people.
I don't do TikTok.
I'm so far behind. Like I was saying, I haven't even finished season 3 of Mandalorian yet. I just finished the episode where the entire episode was about the guy in glasses, not the Mandalorian.
Well, as soon as you see the episode where with Lizzo, you can skip it.
Except I don't know what Lizzo looks like, so I wouldn't know.
They make a big deal out of it. Jack Black is in it as well.
Okay, I'm still gonna watch the episode, but as I said, I don't know what some people look like.
Yeah,
Revan, you have to understand. I didn't know who Kim Kardashian looked like until like 12 years into her fame.
So you didn't go on Pornhub?
Nope. I literally thought she was a blonde white woman the entire time.
You okay, NB Geeks?
Just trying to help my son with something. So he's playing Legend of Zelda.
Blue in the lube.
Not funny, Mike.
Oh.
Not funny at all.
Why? What happened?
Oh, nothing. He's just he's been using the website I told him to use called IGN to block out the things he's gotten on the game he's playing. Well, apparently he's gotten so far, now they want him to upgrade and they want him to spend money.
It's a money racket then.
What?
It's
What
a money
game is
racket.
Yeah, I know it's a money racket. But I've never, I use the same website and I use the same map for a different game because I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. He's playing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And apparently he's maxed out. Now they want him to fucking pay. And I was like, you say a racket, I call it the scam.
That sounds like Final Fantasy 14. You can get to level 70 on the free part. But in order to beat certain bosses, you have to have certain levels of weapons. You can't get that unless you pay to upgrade your character. So you can't advance.
Yeah, that's why I don't like those pay-as-you-go things. That's why I don't like these, what do they call them? Pay-as-you-play?
Yeah.
Pay to win. Pay to play and pay to win.
Pay to play. Now, I will say one exception is I do pay to play on Risk, but that's only because I buy the maps.
So, Star Trek Online gives you a free ship for every 10 levels, up to level 60. But the game and the bad guys keep going up to level 65, where the strength of them keeps doubling and keeps going up, which means that you can't defeat them unless you have a tier 6 ship, which costs you $30, maybe 50, depending if you need
Revan,
yeah.
I haven't spent a dime in Star Trek Online, and I've got multiple tier 6 ships.
Okay, then you've gotten the free ones. They've given away free tier 6 ships. But I mean, if you
you can trade dilithium for their cash alternative.
When did that start?
Well, I tried to,
it's
interesting you mentioned.
Yeah.
So it's interesting you mentioned
shuttle.
Star Trek Online, Mike. I downloaded that onto my computer, and
by selling dilithium, I've literally accumulated over $60 in that game that I haven't spent.
Nice. What you were saying, Nebby?
I was saying I tried to download that onto my fucking laptop, and I don't know, Steam's just being a bitch.
More
But
compatible
yeah.
with PS4.
What's that?
More compatible with the PS4.
Yes, I know. I got a PS4 right here, and I've got it downloaded. I actually wanted to go with the option of being a Gorn in the Klingon Empire just because that just seems so fucking cool.
Oh, yo, NB.
Just because you're a corny old man.
What's that? Yo, NB, you doing on July 4th? Yeah, okay. No, I mean, you're going out anywhere because I'm having an open line stream. You're all invited to it. Basically.
Oh, I'm not going. No, I've got enough. No, we got enough land here. We're just going to set up fireworks here.
Just don't. Speaking about idiots, sorry, I was going to mention something. Not you, NB. I was going to mention something, right?
He's going to talk about me now.
No. Did any of you hear about the TikToker who jumped into the ocean and went for a swim? Because he was there, then they never found his body.
No, I haven't heard anything about that.
So there's this TikToker, 2 days after his 18th birthday and graduation, right? Was on a cruise ship. His friend said to him, I dare you to jump off the ship and go for a swim. They went for a swim. They can't find his body. Now, a naval ship came along, stood in the same area and took charm, threw it in, and it turns out the whole place is infested with sharks.
Oh.
Now, when they were analysing the video, they upped the contrast and upped the brightness. You can see 2 sharks in front of him and 1 behind him. And just as he got off frame, he was swimming along. I'll put like this so you can see my hand. And went like that. He's gone. 18 years old. And the thing is, what do you call it in America? The life ring.
Life preserver.
Life raft.
Life preserver.
Preserver. Yeah, he's right.
They threw that to him. And when they threw it to him, that went this way. He went over this way.
No, remember, guys, a life preserver is what we put on our bodies. A life raft is what is the little circle thing thrown in the water.
So your preserver is what I'd call a life jacket.
Yeah, life preserver, life jacket.
Well, it was the ring that they threw to him, right? The ring went in front of him and he went over this way away from it. Off camera, and just as he was heading off, you could see his back getting pulled down with his head going back like that.
I don't know if I want to see this.
No, that he's on the ring.
But yeah,
that's what they threw to him.
Yeah, the life raft.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Life preserver ring. Life preserver ring. Life preserver ring.
Okay, life preserver, well, I'm sorry, I've always called it a life raft. A life preserver is, you know.
When I was a lifeguard,
the vest you put on was a life preserver.
Life jacket.
Yeah, we call those life vests.
Yeah, same thing, same difference.
Same difference. It's just different terminology. Life preserver, life jacket, life vest.
I'm going by the terminology.
At least in America, at least in America, we don't call a tank top a vest.
Fuck you, bitch!
I've been waiting to get you live to get you for that.
Fuck you! It's
not a vest.
It's a vest. It's a vest or a wife beater. God damn
it! It is a wife beater, but it is also a tank top, you little shit.
Hey guys, Nick Flanders calls it a wife blesser. Okay.
All right. Well, we've been going for 3 hours. I've made up for the fact that I went over 15 minutes. I'm out of cigars, out of coffee, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, guys.
Okay.
And I will see y'all next time. So, and check out the latest Kinder Egg video that posted yesterday.
How the hell are you getting them?
I'm in Mexico right now.
That explains it.
Mike, we need to talk offline about how you're getting those Kinder Eggs.
He's in Mexico.
Yeah, I know he's in Mexico. I want to figure out a way to get some sent to me.
I can do it, but I have to send it to you deconstructed. I have to literally open it up and take it out of the egg, send you the egg and the toy, and then you can put it back together yourself.
NB, it is literally a federal crime to have this in America. Coming over
I'm very well aware that you cannot bring Kinder Eggs into America via the FDA. I had an airman who was going to Germany, and she wanted to know if anybody wanted to give money to bring stuff back. I wanted Kinder Eggs, and she found out, she said, I'm sorry I can't get those because she would be arrested.
But
because they violate FDA because of choking hazards.
NB, the whole joke about him is in line to cross the border, and I'm opening them right before I cross the border. That's the joke of the
No,
video.
man, it just wouldn't be the same.
You
though,
wanna
if
know
I
what's
gotta
funny?
Put it all back together.
NB, you want to know what's funny? When you're, you know, the customs, it's like you're not allowed to have this, and this in your bag. Down in the bottom right corner of Dublin Airport was a Kinder Egg.
Well, I wasn't going to Germany or Mexico at the time.
But all right.
You can also get them in Canada.
I will tell you guys a video that I'm working on is because you saw some of them. Well, Revan wasn't here when they were on, but Mrs. Vile's nieces and nephew. I gave them the American version of the Kinder Egg, the Kinder Joys.
I've had them during the Kinder Depression,
and you'll get to see their reaction. 3 kids who've have never seen the American version open and see the candy in the toy. But that's a video I'm working on.
I've had those Kinder Joys, Mike. They're suck.
Horrible. I know. I think they're stupid. But all right.
NB, you want to hang back stream? I haven't seen you in a while.
That's fine by me. But
it's 2:15, buddy. I'm gonna take off after this. I've been on for quite a while, bud. But it was good seeing you.
Later, folks.
Later, weirdos.
Later.